Hello all, welcome to Records of the Realms. This is Light Arc. I'm Vinny /Vander. These are the Radiant Babes. Just to do some of the normal announcements and get those out of the way. One, we are still raising money for Fund Texas Choice. Just be great if you want to donate. It's an awesome organization, and every time we hit a $20 mark, every time we hit a $20 monk, special reward for these guys, and then if we hit another hundreds, another fun thing happens. We also have our store to check out if you want to see merch like this stuff. Buddy Rex, they love them. They're great. Thank you for subscribing for 4 months in a row. Random stranger. No one knows who Yes I'm Baby is, right? It's just random.
I don't know that username at all.
Random new person.
No.
Yeah, who is that?
In addition to those two things, we also have, besides our merch store and Fun Texas Choice, we also have Gemhammer with a 20% off link if you want to go check out their stuff. Every time I mean to like have a physical thing to show people, I get distracted by food.
Fair.
So that's me. Also, Corinne, join the Google Meet soon you can. We're gonna quickly go around and do intros. Corinne just froze with the best smile on. Oh, there we go. It was very funny for a second. Cool. But yeah, hi, I'm Vander.Vision. I do photography and videography for cosplayers, and I do D&D content. All right, just check it away.
Hi, my name is Rachel, and I play Temerity Serechor, who is our Warlock Tiefling. His pronouns are he, him. Mine are she, her. And if you would, just take a look at my double fangs I just got
I was gonna say,
at the conventions over the weekend. And I promised I would do a shout out to Great American Gothic Custom Fangs. They travel to conventions all across the country, and they're really cool. And Master Griffin is super awesome and funny, and I love all of them so much. And I also wanted to point out this great shirt that I got just to play Temerity. It says Twink on it in the Barbie font, and it's holographic. Thank you to Cosmom Con Shop. They make a lot of fun tops and stuff. I have one that says Himbo on it for my other game that I play. So check them out too.
Do they make fun bottoms too?
I saw that they had some booty shorts, but I didn't know if they had anything written on them. The other thing I would like to shout out while I'm here and being a brand hoe is the Demis Adventures are coming back again next Monday night. We will be playing, and it'll be another virtual game. So if you want to see me play a 7-foot-tall himbo dragonborn, come check it out. I'm super gay there too somehow.
Only if you're wearing the himbo shirt will I attend.
You got yourself a deal. I'll pass it up to Corinne, who's frozen. I'll pass it diagonal to Mel.
Oh shit, okay. Hi, I'm Mel, aka Melowette, your resident conspiracy theorist and merch fairy. I play Kanitae Baequiundilin, our party's lore bar. I'm gonna pass it to Nova.
At Locomania22 on most social media. I play Asunar Keyrel, our drow orc barbarian wizard monstrosity. She doesn't get any easier, but at least she can use a little bit more magic now. Gonna pass it to my left. Right. I don't know. One side.
I'm Durs. Most of my information is above me, but what's not above me is the podcast, The Storyteller Squad, found on podcasting apps near you, where I play Damien Edgecrest, a monstrous in our Monster of the Week campaign. Episode 46 is coming out shortly, so get hyped. And we've recorded a few more, so the pipeline is very exciting, and very excited to play Sin Alamoad, Arcane Trickster, tonight. And then I will pass it down in a fun direction
To Corinne.
Corinne, we got you.
You're muted
Maybe?
right now.
I know.
There we go.
She's talking to somebody. There we go.
Maybe?
There we
Oh,
go.
I was not talking to anybody.
I saw you looking off.
Hi, I'm Corinne. I'm battling technical issues tonight, so please bear with me for that. But yeah, my pronouns are she, her. I'm playing tonight Ethel Moonshade, who is a cleric of Selune, whose pronouns are also she, her. I think that's oh, I'm also in the chat as Purple Wolf Girl, so if you see that username down there, that's me. I will say hi down there. Anyway, I think that's everything right now.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Do we want rock, paper, scissors, boulder, parchment, shears for who's gonna give the recap?
Not
Rachel,
it.
Nels? Okay.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
So, last time we got together as the Radiant Babes, we went shopping because we got attacked and Ethel almost died. Or at least her life was at risk because she's powerless and somebody was hunting her. We don't know who. We tried to find out. We have not been successful yet. So we went and got Ethel set up with some gear. Then we made our way over to the whole body where Delton was still duking it out just because, and it was a little freaky. So we tried a couple of dispel magics and like he eventually stopped, but now Boyo is dealing with some stuff. Like someone either put some kind of spell on him that like feeble-minded him or something. He's not doing so hot right now. Also at some point during all of this, Temerity met up with their sibling Harmony, who is at the whole body training in nullification magic. And like nullification, like magic nullification, like fighting styles. It's very interesting. Also slightly terrifying. And that's mostly what happened. Try and bought Ethel a flying rocking horse. This is a very important detail for Vinny.
Actually, the important detail was going to be just the fact that half the session was the fighting, so it seems like we did less for once, because technically we actually did.
Because we were mostly fighting. And a lot of us got stabbed.
Only like 3 people. 2
Not me.
people.
That's a lot of us.
2. Only 2 people. Only the happy couple.
That's too many.
Well, you guys didn't stop it, so.
Party got knocked out too. It was just me and
That's also funny.
Durs that were awake.
Good times.
Yeah.
Anyways, but that is where we are now. You guys are in the whole body down in the fighting pit area. Delton has been resuscitated in some ways. You re-shrunk him.
He keeps trying to eat his own arm.
He did do that. You also handed him food, and then he just kept looking around. That's currently where you guys are. You're all just kind of stuck here in that specific situation. So yeah, it's kind of just what would you guys like to do now? You guys mentioned going to the hospital. Um, there were a few other things that you guys wanted to get done, so it's kind of up to all y'all. Um, Otherwise, this guy's just gonna keep sitting here.
Yeah, no, I think the plan was to take him surface side and get him to the hospital and see if they can figure out what the heck is up with him. Because I just Googled Feeble Mind, and Kanitae probably doesn't know it because it's an 8th level spell. So, yeah.
Yeah, not not a normal spell that people are throwing around. That people know about.
Yeah. Yeah. So, oh. Sin was pickpocketing last time, and I forgot about that. He found a
Oh,
potion
yeah.
of supreme healing, which was
I
like,
know.
shit,
Crazy.
man.
10d4 plus 20, I think. It's pretty solid. It's some good healing.
Yep, 10d4 plus 20.
Have a bottle.
Becca gave these to us for Christmas, bro.
Fair enough.
They're delightful.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do? You want to bring Delton up to the surface?
Yeah, I think we want to bring him to the hospital.
That is easy enough for you guys to start doing. How are you managing this? That like Delton's not like not coming willingly. He's just not cooperating. Is the best way to put it. He's like an unruly child.
Hold up. This is a good time for maybe. Do I have the sleep spell? I feel like I do. I'm gonna look for it.
What were you gonna say, Temerity?
I was going to say I just got confused from the group chat. How do you spell Delton?
Deltin.
Oh, you were just being a little shit. Got
Yes.
it.
Well, I also didn't then just reshare what Durs wrote when I was like, that's the correct way.
I can also cast Charm Person. I feel like it'll work because he seems very
Questionable?
yeah.
Yeah, I think Charm Person will work for like what, a minute?
He's not very wise.
I also have Suggestion, which lasts 8 hours. Compared to Charm
Oh,
Person.
that's
I think
strong. Yeah, do that.
a few minutes.
It is charmed until the spell duration 1 hour.
Oh, okay. 1 hour should be fine then. Yeah, go for it. Have at it.
Alright. So it lasts until it ends or we hurt him. Alright. I'm gonna cast Charm Person. And the save is Wisdom 13. At first level.
Not a terrible roll. Let's see what adds. I have 300 character sheets to look through. The dead brother. Where's the alive brother? There we go. Plus 1. He rolled a 12, so just under. All right.
So. Hey there, friend. Do you mind calming down?
Okay. Yeah, Delton seems charmed by you. Just starts staring at you with like a small smile on.
Like, hold my arms out. Can I carry you?
Just starts hitting your arm.
Gently pick him up.
Gives you a hug.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'm just patting his head, and I'm just like, alright, where the fuck is the hospital?
Wait,
He's a
can I just say
baby.
this was exactly every flirtatious interaction I had with a stranger at the convention over the weekend. Period. There's a
I'm
Look,
hospital.
so
I'm
sorry.
sorry. You didn't say I couldn't flirt with you, Rachna.
Oh my god, you were not. Get out.
Let's see. Check. All right, so yeah, you guys. I mean, you guys know the way up. Cinn knows the different passageways out of there. You guys start heading up to Healing Hearts Hospital.
We take a classier way than the bathroom entrance.
Yeah, the ways,
Yeah.
the only ways to get up are through ramps, which technically are also ways you guys could have gotten down. Why you guys decided to use the
Perfectly
bathroom
honest, I forgot about the ramp.
is your
so-
own thing. So I just let it happen because it was amazing.
We just wanted the closest one and to where we were going, so that's the one we used.
Hey, it worked. So either way, yeah, you guys are able to use there are ramps upwards that lead to basically like illusioned fake parts of the wall that you then can come out of. You are Asunar, while in disguise, carrying this dwarf like a child. So, I'm just gonna roll a single perception check to see if like a random police officer just sees you like this. What's your passive stealth? What's 10 plus your stealth modifier?
Oh, hold on.
We're off to a great start.
Never mind, they rolled a 2, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's +5.
So it would have been a 15 versus
Jeez.
this 2. So yeah, they're security guards just see you, just give you a nod. Hello, good citizens, and just keep walking by.
Oh,
Uh,
what a motley crew we are. Just
Yeah.
throwing it out there.
yeah, especially with like someone, I don't know who, someone's riding the rocking horse. So someone's riding a rocking horse while there's 7 other people just walking around with this individual.
Oh, it's
uh,
Ethel.
Look, I will never make it be Ethel. I also assume
It
it's
was
Ethel.
her gift. It's gotta be Ethel.
Trine has a small smile on, proud that her gift is being used. But yeah, you guys are able to head into Healing Hearts Hospital. You guys have been here maybe like 1 or 2 other times before. I think there was a part of the adventure where you guys came here for a small bit in the beginning. But it's
Yes, we came to see
Pandora.
Siobhan.
Yeah.
Oh. Shut up.
What did you
Rachel,
say?
You don't take notes. I said Siobhan.
Oh, no. She was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're able to find your way in. Immediately, as you guys get in, there are some people wondering why you are carrying a dwarf. So you're able to put like him down in like a wheelchair on a stretcher. He's uncomfy with it, so he does keep trying to get up from whatever you guys used to try to like place him. The only person who I think you guys know for sure works here is Scion, who is a changeling cleric, who you guys met like session 1 and like helped you guys take care of Pandy then. You guys also met a pair of Devati who were helping take care of Pandora in the Garden of Graces, but yeah, what is the game plan with dropping him off?
How do you spell Saya? Is that what you said?
Scion, Sion.
Okay, Scion. Okay.
Psion.
Do not make me anxious like that, sir. No P names. No P names.
PSCIYONE.
Ouen.
Vinny, I know that's the only person like that we've canonically met that we know for sure. Is there any chance that Ethel has actually spent other time in this hospital to do stuff here?
Sure. Yeah, I'm assuming so. You were also a cleric. With those wonderful healing hands. But yeah, you can definitely know other people. 2 of the other people who worked here, Zayton and Zilly were again the Devati that you met briefly before. You also could know them here. There's a couple main doctors, some that you may like or may dislike, depending on the attitude. But you could easily find someone that you know to try to help take care of it. What is the request though? What are you trying to like get done? Because they're just like, this man, besides the fact that he's very exhausted, seems perfectly healthy. Maybe a little stupid.
Yeah, the very stupid is a problem.
I want to see if there's any other, because there's doctors here and there's possibly other clerics. I want to see if there's someone who can check for curses. We've detected magic, right?
You detected magic, and there's still one more spell on him, but you could also try to detect or have someone look for curses if you.
And what? Sorry, what is the spell that's left on him still?
Enchantment.
Okay. Yeah. Also, maybe someone to dispel that enchantment, but also I'd love for somebody to look for curses because we dispelled abjuration, I believe.
You guys got rid of everything else. There's technically actually 2 enchantment spells on him because there's also charm person is on him right now too. So
Right. Fair.
This person
I just
dealing with a lot of people trying to control his brain.
Yeah. I'm just worried about, like, maybe there was a trigger on one of those spells to make it so that there's some things that can make your intelligence drop dramatically. So I just, if somebody is available to check for that, and I think curse is probably the best option to go for when we're looking at that kind of thing. And then also somebody to remove the other enchantment off of him, although that one can be removed as well, supposedly.
Yeah, I mean, you guys definitely had the capability of removing magic, so you could definitely do it again. But for like casual people you find here, there's you can find one of the other like doctors, like head doctors, is Treno, Treno, for the people who take notes, who is a Star Genasi, fairly short in verbally with people, not in stature, just like when talking, just like real quick to be okay, let's get to the point, let's fucking get this done with. Doesn't seem to really enjoy people, but is very good at what he does.
Gotcha.
So like that would be someone who like could look over a person individually for physical health. There's a cleric of Lathander that you know, named Zachar, Zachar, who would be better served with just like magic-y based stuff. So if you want more physical, we have one option. If you want more magical, we have the other.
Let's do Zakar because I think more magical would be beneficial in this situation.
All right. Yeah, you're able to talk to Zakar. They are a star elf, but fairly capable in magic. Their first thing that they attempt to do is to do detect magic as well, to like see the other things that are on there. And once they kind of like light up and see the magics that are on Delta, like, oh yes, there's definitely a couple of things here, a couple enchantments. Someone's really doing a number on this man's brain. What is going on?
The Hamk, Ursinpay, Pelsay is us, just to help make things a little bit more cooperative.
More cooperative is great, but clear that was not. What were you saying?
Connie just like stares at Cinn for a hot minute as he does this, and then just turns to him and goes, "We used charm person to get him to calm down. He was a little hesitant to get help."
Gotcha. And still, like, kind of just like even after like Asunar has put him down, he's just kind of staring at her with a smile on his face. He's not doing anything else. He's just staring.
And by hesitant, we mean acting like this, but without the eyes,
without the happy face.
Let's focus, right? Well, if you want, I can. If it's the magic, I can try to remove the magic. I don't I don't have an exact method of detecting a curse, short of detect magic as well, which I'm assuming.
Already tried it.
So
Yeah.
if you want, I can give a shot at removing the spell.
Yeah.
How much is this going to cost? I don't have insurance.
Oh. Well, you didn't say that when you came in, so I didn't take down any of that.
I just don't want to be getting calls. I don't want to give you my, social security, my fantasy social security number or anything. I don't need to be receiving calls about my outstanding bills.
Well, we already we have arcane eyes that record people as they enter, so we probably already have your information and know where you live and could track you down for any expenses if we needed to, anyways. But why don't we try to help him first, and then we can see about who's paying what afterwards? Because
But see, no, because that is how you get people.
Temerity.
my only
Temerity.
job is to do the helping. I'm not here to charge you. That's
I
somebody
want to
else's
speak
job.
to your manager.
Temerity.
Trena, someone wants to speak to you.
Oh gosh.
Please just ignore him. We will, if you could give us an itemized bill, we'll settle it with our employer. Okay?
Okay. Like immediately, the Starjanasi face just appears with a very like dead pan expression, being like, "What?" And then sees like the conversation continue with others. He's like, "Okay," and then just keeps walking. Immediately ducks out of that. It's like, oh, okay. She's going to attempt. They're going to attempt to remove curse, or not remove curse. Dispel magic. They failed.
I'll try again.
They can. They can try as many times as you want them to.
Are they making a roll? Would guidance be helpful?
Sure. Add a d4 if you want to roll the d4.
Paying for a service you can't even do.
I'm so sorry about him. Please don't listen to him. You're doing a wonderful job. And I cast Bardic Inspiration.
What's your bardic?
I think it's oh god, give me a second. I think it's a D8.
We're level 8. It's a D8.
Yeah, it's a D8.
All right.
Yeah.
And then
Ethel's
Cinn?
gonna step back and just have a word with Temerity if that's okay, real quick.
Sure. Let's. I want to see +2. Cool. All right. You guys can have that quick talk as this is going on.
I'm just gonna turn to Temerity and very quietly in the back corner, I'm just gonna say, Temerity, darling, you don't have to pay any of it.
I don't want you to pay it either.
Well, but if payment needs to be made, then don't worry about it.
Okay.
I
I mean,
will take
the only way
days.
I'll go along with it is if the collective is going to be fronting the bill for this, because this is none of my business. Not directly, none of my business, but it seems like it'll go that way.
I also don't know if it's the collective's business, to be fair.
Yeah, trying like 5 feet away, who also has very good ears, is like, this isn't collective.
Just we're not this is not officially on the collective's like payroll anymore. Anyway.
Do you those of you who have detect magic up or paying attention to Delton watch as the idiocy seems to leave him. He returns back to a fully functioning adult, or as much as a normal adult can be these days. It's hard, guys. It's hard being an adult out there. But you watch him, like, the thoughts seem to, like, finally complete, and he's just staring, and it's like, I don't know why, but you're just the prettiest thing I've ever seen. It's just staring straight at Asunar. You look so familiar, though. I don't know where I've seen you before.
My disguised self is still up, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
You're still in disguise.
Yeah. You also have Charm Person running on him. So.
Yeah. Wait, weren't you just made up? Were you in disguise self, or was it like a bunch of makeup that Temerity put on you?
Both, I think. I think Temerity did a look, and then also we remembered disguise self existed.
Right.
So
Right. Okay.
I did disguise self to go into the whole body.
Okay.
Which,
Fair.
fuck, wouldn't they know because anti-magic?
Eh.
they would know there's magic on you, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Dalton's just staring at you, a little infatuated with this visage, whatever this visage is.
Well, hey Delton, glad to have you back. I think you went on the biggest spree that the whole body's ever seen. I'm glad we, healed you up and got you back. I gotta say, I think you're probably sitting on quite the winnings purse after that many victories. I hope you're doing okay otherwise.
He probably is so fucking rich after this. He did have over 40 straight wins, so that is something. Damn. I'm gonna have to do that math. Dalton gets to retire. He's like, I did, huh? I honestly don't remember it. I feel so tired though. He just like realizes that he has like 4 points of exhaustion. I think I'm gonna.
How many days straight has he been doing it?
A few, at least 2. I've lost track of days at this point, but it's been 2 or 3 days since the thing with
Incident.
Asunar. Yeah. So.
Yeah,
I help him lay down. I'm just like, yeah, hey, don't pass out while you're sitting up.
I'm gonna go to sleep for a little.
Sleep is a good idea.
And this man passes out for the first time in like 2 to 4 days.
I go bother a nurse or something for like a cold towel, and I just put it on his head because I'm like, that always helps me when I'm overly tired. Asunar knows from experience.
Yeah, so yeah, Delton is asleep. He seems to be better for the most part. There's still charm person on him, but that can fade or go away whenever Asunar wants it to. Otherwise that, he's now sleeping. He's gonna start getting rid of those exhaustion points, and yeah, he's gonna be fine unless there's anything else you guys specifically want to do with him at this moment.
That whole interaction kind of was just like eyeing Delton and then eyeing Asunar, just like watching back and forth like a fucking ping pong match. And as soon as he knocks out, Connie just like looks at the group and just goes, like mouths like, we should go. We should go.
He's an adult. He can take care of himself.
Yeah.
Towel on his head. I am out of the room. Don't want to be there.
Cool. Yeah.
I leave my business card.
Smart.
What does your business card look like?
Nice font on the front, Sin Alamoad.
It has
head chef at the Jeweled Chalice.
It
with
should
the address.
It should definitely have like some glamour or something on it that's just like, it's always sparkling. You don't know how or why, but it's always sparkling.
I'll do you one better. You need to pour the correct drink, your favorite alcoholic beverage or something on top of it to get out like the thieves' cant that says like the actual information on it. There's your information, and then there's your information.
And it should be shaped like a chef's knife so that when you give it to people, you can throw it and it'll be really aesthetic.
It's not actually a piece of paper. It's just a very thin sheet of metal.
Oh, metal business cards.
Yeah.
I got some stories about that shit.
As you guys begin to exit, actually...
I am going to tell Zakar that I'm going to return. I will be back.
To, like, just check in on him?
Check in on him, okay. Yeah.
Cool. As you begin to exit, Zakar's like, okay, I'll leave the bill with him.
Forward it
to me. And Connie will just hold a hand out.
But he's rich. Let him pay
for it. He's rich now.
I was about to say.
he can afford it.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I just feel kind of bad. That
he's who this system's made for.
You're just gonna like wake up in a hospital bed with a bill. Like it just feels kind of fine. Whatever. I don't have enough energy for this.
He kind of does know how to find us. Someone left their business card.
That's fair. If he wants to get even monetarily, I guess he'll in.
I'll leave my business card too, and I reach into my pocket and I pull out some glitter,
yeah.
and then I just
That sounded about right. I kind of assumed
that's my business card.
Zakar's like, we don't like any type of herpes here, whether it's confectionery based or arts and crafts based or biologically based, and just starts like gusting away all of the glitter.
I'm leaving, and Temerity leaves in a huff. It's disrespectful.
You are also disrespectful
Mystic
to
hand
Zakar.
and mage hand clean it up.
Not them, just their establishment.
Connie just shakes her head and fucking leaves. Like
this I'm gonna give a warning to, I'll give it to the crowd too, just because that way it's everyone's got the warning. We're about to be related to a topic related to infant death. It's not going to focus on it long, but it's relative to it. So for any watchers who are sensitive to that, I would say leave for like 5-10 minutes. Like if it's something that's super sensitive, we're not going to hit on it a lot, but it is at least slightly plot related and consequences of some people's actions.
It involves a scene that was had on the May 8th, I believe. May 8th.
I don't remember.
Arc. That was it was Mother's Day. That's the only reason why I remember the date. It was on Mother's Day.
Oh, that's right.
I have great timing. Anyway,
You too.
You guys, as you are leaving, especially those of you who have met him, which I believe of the group would be Trine, Ethel, Connie, and Asunar. I don't know if Cinn or
He came by the start.
Forget my name?
Yeah.
I did
Temerity.
while I was trying to look up another name. Give me a sec. You guys see
It's
Temerity.
Everyone
but Cinn. You guys are beginning to hear as you're exiting from a ward not far off one of the hallways. You're just hearing like a fist slamming against the table and some yelling from Malachi, who's just like, I don't care. I want to see them. I was told they were here. I would like to know where they are. And there's like a nurse or somebody who is trying to help him be like, okay, I'm sorry, but it's been a while since that, and we went to the morticians, and it's been a whole thing. And it's like, no, they wouldn't be there. They were left in here in the hospital. Where were they? And it seems to be arguing back and forth with one of them about the location of his children.
Connie makes a beeline for Malachi. And it's just kind of like she's like half reaching out a hand for him, she hasn't touched him yet. She just goes, Malachi? Malachi.
You see what's normally a little stressy face every once in a while because of all the work he does, but usually a pretty kind and like well-kept individual, kind of just like churning like a very like quick sudden movement towards you. It's like, what? Kanitae, what are you doing here?
Wait, what's going on?
My children are somewhere around here, and I would like to see them.
Oh.
Yeah, your expression does that, and then like the nurse does the same thing, like.
Yeah. Asunar comes over too. Hey, why don't we walk you home, bud?
Oh, Asunar, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you guys I haven't been there too often. I've been here trying to get help. I can find my way home. I'm trying to figure out where are you guys keeping them? And like turns back to the nurse.
Right.
Who's
Okay.
just
So
like backing away. Or
Malachi?
try to.
Malachi, let's take a breath for a second and let us help, okay? Let us help you. And she's gonna like actually put a hand on his shoulder at this point.
He doesn't like resist. He doesn't like tense up. There's no reaction to it. It's just just an annoyance at this situation. He's like, I mean, sure. Do you know this hospital at all? I have no idea where anything is around here. I've been here since she tried to give birth, and
I've been here a few times. Why don't you go sit down and let me talk to her really quick and get some extra information, okay? Because you seem reasonably very stressed. But maybe just sit down and take a minute, okay? Let me talk to her.
roll me a persuasion check with advantage. Ethel, I see you unmuting. Look like you're about to say something.
Yeah, I mean, she already has advantage, but like, if it helps at all, I'll just kind of wave and be like, "Come sit with me."
Total is for persuasion is 17.
And Ethel, you're like, come, we'll go sit down over here.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because that lowers it enough that this will work. He's like, fine, just let me know what happens, Connie. And goes over and sits down with you. Ethel, Walter is like not too far away either. Just like, I don't know if Walter I think went over once too. It was like, just a wave of hello. It's like, wow, there's a lot of you guys. Why are you all in the hospital? Something happened to somebody?
Oh yeah, Dalton was on a crazy winning streak. He took out like 40 people in a row. So we were just making sure he got patched up. He's going to be resting for a while. Just a crazy day in the fighting arena. I'm probably going to head out, but good luck, Mr.
Who's Dalton? Just Malachi has no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, Dalton, you got to see this guy. Okay, so he's a Durgar, right? Which means he can get like really big, and he was having a real shitty day. So he was just wrecking shit in the fighting arena. Have you ever been? Do you watch fighting arena stuff? Is that up your alley?
I've been to the Coliseum up here a few times. It's
yeah, yo, this guy was killing it. Bodies piling up like up a wall. It was incredible work.
Oh, wow. We're gonna let that conversation sit. Connie, you're talking to the nurse. Is Temerity and Asunar, are you guys with nurse or over distracting Dalton, or are you guys just yeeting out of here?
I'm with the nurse. I'm with Connie and the nurse,
okay.
But I'm hearing Cinn talk, and I'm just like,
yeah, everyone's hearing Cinn talk. Don't worry.
Yeah, he was dropping people like crazy. Everyone with, oh yeah, bodies everywhere. It was nuts. Like misreading the signal completely.
Connie's just like cringing, and oh no, we lost Ethel.
It's fine. And Temerity, where are you? Where is your position during as this is going on?
I'm just kind of observing, but I'll be standing over like more towards where the counter is.
But yeah, Connie, go ahead.
She just kind of is cringing listening to Sid, and then just like turns back to the nurse and just goes, "I'm very sorry. He's in a state of grief. I'm sure you're aware, but can you just walk me through what's happened to the children?"
I hate to be, I'm not trying to be rude about it. It's very straightforward. She was having triplets, and they died. And she like gets really low with the whisper, like looking over her and just being like, she's like, all three of them, they were all born, but one of them stopped breathing, and then all three of them stopped at once. He's been here before. It's normal, but like after it happens, he's been here a couple times. But it's been like he helped out. He was trying to distract and do some community service. But the last week or so, he's been in an uproar. Sent here every time, being like, "Hey, I just wanted to see like the kids," and I thought he meant like, and I was trying to explain to him gave them to the morticians, and as we do with everybody, unless they specifically ask for a grave, we do cremations. So I tried to explain that to him. But it's never been this unruly before, and it's getting mildly terrifying.
Okay. Um, and I'm assuming the morticians hasn't like reported back to you about their status, if they've been
I mean, they told us.
cremated yet?
They've told us. Yeah, they told us they've been cremated. It's. So I don't know what he's looking for. I don't know if this is his way of handling the grief, or if there's something else going on. But
Right.
it's just hard to try to do what we're doing and
Right.
also deal with that.
Right. I understand completely. Answer me one thing. The children, were you able to determine if they were Devati?
I mean, they couldn't be Devati. There's three of them.
I've heard rumors that occasionally triplet Devati can be born.
She looks very confused. As you probably know, this isn't like information everybody knows. So
That's fair.
you saying this to them is
Not
like,
about the
I know
consequence.
someone who can be born with 5 different types of genitalia, and it's not an issue. It's like just saying that out of nowhere to somebody, and them just being like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I see the look of confusion on her face, and I'm like, we help out at the Heavens You Collective. There's a lot of research there, so it's come up in our just in passing.
Hmm.
Really?
It's
That's
very rare.
fascinating. I'm sorry to say that's fascinating right now. That wouldn't make sense because we've had the situations before, and we've learned that if a Devati dies, especially as a baby in childbirth or right after childbirth, they almost die almost immediately next to each other, and that is what happened here. I never thought of that. That's amazing. That's horrible. You see her go between like the scientific brain and then like the like this is the
Very like
worst thing
sad
ever.
brain. Yeah.
It's just okay. I get with what information I could provide. I wasn't there directly myself.
Right.
I was actually keeping him company and when he was going in between from being in the waiting room and being in the emergency room.
Right.
So I wasn't there for that, but from what the reports say, it lines up. Besides it being 3 of them, it does line up with what would happen to a Devati.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so, right. I'm hoping that bit of information might help him process this a little bit better because they all went so quickly. Um, do you know by any chance if there's, say, grief counseling services nearby, not at the hospital, but elsewhere?
The only persons that do that, um, do we have a pair of Devati, funnily enough, that do help with that. Currently they're working with one of our more serious cases. They're Only names. Zayton and Zilly. One of them. They were helping out one of our cases. Normally they usually start here, but then they walk across the city and take place in the Garden of Graces, and usually that's where they do most of the counseling. But
Remind me again what the Garden of Graces is, just like location lore wise, Vinny. Like,
it's northeastern. It's basically the area, not like basically in front of Ashen Industrial. It's the area that the festival is being held this time.
right.
It's the
Okay.
new location.
Right. Okay. All right. So, Connie just kind of nods and she goes, "Okay. We may want to try setting him up with such services, but I feel like him coming to the hospital might be agitating him further. So we're gonna try our best to get him to leave and calm down, and we will try talking to him and see if we can help settle him a little bit, help him process a little more. And I'm sorry again for, you know, having to deal with this. I know it's both difficult on your end as just a person and a professional. So, you know, thank you for letting us intervene.
Of course, if there was literally any more I could do for him, I would do it. There's just not.
Was there
don't.
paperwork provided already, like a death certificate or anything like that?
It should all be at wherever they keep it. It's been
Okay.
handed off already.
All right. All right. Let me just. Could you actually? Do I have? I have a 3rd level sending left. So I think what Connie is going to do. Mel is blanking on the mortician's name, but I know we've met him.
Control F, mortician.
Cole.
Cole. Yep. You're right. Vinny is right. I fact checked. You're welcome.
His name is Cole.
Cole the Earth Genasi.
Right. So Connie will kind of take a beat and cast sending to Cole. And just say, oh, I didn't think about how to message ahead of time. Is Heaven's View one word?
No, it's Heaven's View Collective. It's 3 words.
Okay.
You can just say HVC for
HVAC.
short. Other people will people in the city would know HVC.
My dog is being such a sass today. She'll say, I'm with HVC. Is HVC going to count as one word?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm with HVC. We have a father who lost his triplets. Want to confirm they were cremated. I'm hitting almost 20. For Malachi of. Why am I forgetting the inn's name? Starlight Inn?
We can just say their last name is Starlight to just make
Sure.
it easier.
Yeah, for Malachi Starlight.
Cool. You send that out. You do not get a response back.
That's concerning.
So, I'll be right back. Moment. And just run.
Yeah, I think at this point, Connie just kind of like picks her head up and just goes, thank you so much for your help. And kind of gives like Asunar like a side-eye look like something is wrong. And just kind of like pulls her off to the side a little bit and just goes, we should get Malachi home right now. And then at least me or one other person needs to go to the mortician right now.
I'm coming with you.
I
In
think
case
one
there's
of us
something.
I think one of us should stay with Malachi. He knows us. We know him.
He
Friendly
knows.
faces.
He knows Ethel and Walter. They've been there several times for meetings with us.
That's fair. I just.
Temerity's been there once or twice.
Right. So maybe I'll take Temerity and Sin, and you and Ethel keep an eye on Malachi. Maybe take him to see Aunt Plenty. I feel like she might, like, based on what Ethel said at least, she might be a good person for him to talk to. But
Because
something's not right.
yeah, and if that something's big and deadly, you're gonna need muscle.
I got a sword. I'll manage. I'll make it work.
Yeah, but no one can take a hit like I can.
All right, fine. Do you know Sinan? Do you?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Take
Wait.
Sinan to Temerity. Go check out the morticians. Say you tried to contact him. See what he says. And see if you can find out anything about the triplets. And I'll take Ethel and Malachi, if he's willing, to Aunt Plenty. I've got some questions for her anyway, so we can kill a few birds with one stone. Bad phrasing. You know what I mean. Divide and conquer.
2 for the price of 1?
Yeah. Yeah. Just if I don't hear from you though in like
2
45
hours?
minutes, like I mean less
An
than
hour?
Yeah, I'll give you an hour
Okay.
tops. If I don't hear from you, I'm coming looking for you. Okay?
Alright.
All right.
So you two talked that out. Ethel Cinn have been distracting Malachi. Trying has just been standing around listening. I think Temerity has also just been standing around listening.
I'll be talking to the nurse about the bills.
Awful.
Roll an intimidation check.
Intimidation, bless.
Oh shit.
You dingus.
You ready for this?
And whose bills?
23.
And whose bills you're talking about exactly?
I'm talking about, I mean, just like hospital bills in general.
Oh,
you know,
are you just
like,
going on a rant about them?
this guy's bills, I shouldn't be responsible for Delton's bills. Is this guy responsible to pay for his kids dying? Because that's fucked up. Like, I'm just going off about
Cool.
both.
23. This person is stunned into silence and will not stop. Well, is focused on you and is just like sitting there listening to you and watching and just not doing anything. Just like, yeah.
And another thing, that person in there took my business card and threw it away in front of me, and it was the rudest exchange I've had. And I really wanted to speak to your manager, but my friend said I can't. So you watch yourself. I don't like you people.
I'm sorry. I'm just holding your
Bloodsuckers
clipboard.
that just want people's money.
You're just holding your clipboard to yourself. Just, okay. I'm sorry.
Don't you have checks to do?
Like writing checks?
No.
Sorry, everything you talk about is very money focused. I don't know what's going on anymore.
You're astute.
Gonna...
You've garnered some of my respect back.
Do you want a pen? And she holds up like a pen with a galaxy design on it for you.
I'll look at the pen and snatch it. Give me that.
I'm gonna go do my checks now and just starts going on.
I love that Temerity is simultaneously a rich bitch and a cheap bitch.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Who hurt you?
That's a good question.
I came from humble beginnings, okay? Nobody got rich by throwing their money around, okay?
All right. So, assuming that you guys are able to have like a quick side conversation huddle, while every once in a while someone's distracting Malachi, is everyone good with the splitting for Malachi to Aunt Plenty and then Group B to the mortician's office.
Mortician.
Thumbs up if you're fine with the split skis.
We'll be the drop dead gorgeous radiant babes. That's
The
team
drop
B.
dead.
Anders, I love the random sign.
What is this?
He's got a thumbs up and a heart.
It's kind of
Yeah,
great.
well, thumbs up's a difficult sign to do with your hands, so it's nice to have a sign to help you out with that.
All right. So raise your hand, and if you're part of Team Mortician, which I believe is Temerity, Cinn, and Asunar. All right. You guys are going to get there first because literally you don't have to go that far at all to get to the Morticians, which is like there's like an area in the hospital, but mainly the Morticians area is part of the police station, which you guys have been to before. Easy enough for you guys to get there. You guys have your HVC badges, which like you flash, gets you in. The rest of you guys are all going to be walking down to the southernmost part of the city, so have fun going from literally almost complete north all the way to south.
Wow.
Actually, before we get to that, I want to know how you guys are convincing Malachi to do this. For
Okay.
team, which is I believe it's just Ethel and Connie
Yeah.
and Walter.
So Connie's gonna go over to Malachi and just be like, okay, Malachi, Asanar's gonna go look into this for you on your behalf and go check with the mortician's office. Let's go take a walk. Okay?
Why do we need
Let's
the
just-
mortician's office?
Malachi, your children died.
Connie, that's not funny.
Darling, do you remember what happened?
Yes, my wife gave birth, had 3 children.
As he starts explaining, Connie would like to, as subtly as she can, detect magic on him.
Roll
Because
a
why
sleight
is
of
his
hand.
memory fucked?
Roll a sleight of hand.
17.
Okay. While I'm finding his character sheet, yeah, you guys, Malachi starts explaining to him, and it vehemently skips over any detail of death and goes from my wife gave birth, she had to go home, but and I've been taking care of her at home, and we're coming back now and I'm coming back now to get the babies and bring them home. Oh, definitely not good enough for that. Yeah, no, you cast detect magic, and you sense a enchantment spell on him.
Do you have Dispel Magic left?
I might. I think I have 1 left. I think I have. Nope. I used my last 3rd level to. Well, if Vinny will let me, I'll use a 2nd level spell slot and a 1st level spell slot to do it again. Nope, not this time. Vinny said, "Fuck you."
You got that once just so we can have a continuous conversation.
I have
You already went to the mortician's
No,
office.
we can say
You're
this
not
is
here.
before they we can say this before they
Okay.
left. I just want to know how you two were convincing him
I see.
because you were the
Yeah.
ones bringing him. So
Yeah, okay.
they can still be here to help with this other stuff. I just wanted to see how the hell you two were going to like talk him out of like whatever he's trying to do here.
All right.
So if there's
okay.
other people around and they have capabilities that they can help in this situation, they are more than welcome to at the moment.
Ooh.
You okay?
there,
Do we need to go to break?
Do we need a second?
We're good. We're great.
Okay.
You're great.
I'm gonna mute you until your setup's back to get. There we go. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So Connie will just kind of like, I feel like she's like kind of like sat next to him for a second, and then she just like slowly stands up and kind of like if I'm picturing that Temerity and Asunar are kind of standing in the same spot, like Temerity's probably leave. Connie's gonna try to make like eye contact with them and just be like, I'm sorry. I was mistaken. Temerity, could you go talk to the nurse's station again about where Malachi's children are? And she's like starts giving a very pointed look to Asunar that's like, there's some magic like there, like it's the something's wrong look. Something's wrong with Malachi.
Ethel, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, as you start moving, I'm gonna try to pull his full focus to me and keep asking him questions in the kind of same vein of like, I'm gonna keep asking him some questions about the process that he's gone through to get to this point.
Sure. Before Asunar does a spell magic, is there anything that either of you two are going to be doing? Temerity or Cinn? Are you just like assisting with the pulling focus, or?
I mean, if Connie is indicating to me to go talk to that nurse somewhere, I'm ready to rip her. Let's go.
Temerity does the
Ding,
good old
ding.
1-2 one more time. Round 2.
It's not often I get to be mean to people in the service industry.
Cinn, what are you doing as Temerity's just going ham?
Cinn is getting ready to go to the morticians. That is just sort of like, and we're not going. Okay, we'll wait. Okay, we'll wait. That's cool.
Asunar, what are you up to?
Connie, if I do dispel magic, I'm not going to be able to talk to you later. Is that a risk that we're going to be willing to take?
Are you like whispering this? Because I feel like we're standing like almost right next to
I'll
Malachi.
allow some meta chat from this
Okay.
mo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like turn Connie
Meta-wise?
away. I'm just like, I just turn Connie away, and I'm like being quiet. It's just like, if I do this, I can't talk to you later.
Right. I hate to say it, but we.
Do we have to do it right now? We could do it later.
Maybe
And
the nurse-
honestly, I think he might be harder to deal with once he knows and is in a mess.
talking to Asunar, Connie goes, well, maybe we can get that cleric that helped with Delton before. Maybe we could just get him buzzed down here. Let me go ask the nurse and just.
Trine also raised his finger and it's like, I also know dispel magic.
Who does?
Trine. She
Wait.
literally did it with you guys last time.
I forgot.
Okay,
I don't have Trine's spell list in front of me.
But Temerity also raises a point to you guys, which is the fact that
Well, I thought Temerity went to the nurse's station.
Well, I was under the impression this was meta chat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But then you also cut into like, yeah. So okay, either way, we're gonna just say you guys can decide how you want to handle this.
Okay.
Rachel and or Temerity is bringing up a point, which is, do you really want to make Malachi unconsolable in the middle of the hospital if you're trying to bring him somewhere?
Okay.
You can choose to do that, but that is a choice.
Right. Okay. So, Connie will look at Trine and be like, "Were you coming with us down south, or were you going with the other one?"
No one asked me to go anywhere, so I was just going to go wherever the hell I felt.
So
Since
why
it
don't you
didn't matter.
Why don't you come take a walk with us? And while we're walking, you can dispel magic while we've got him distracted.
Okay. So she's going to go with you two and Walter to
Yes.
bring Malachi?
Yes.
Okay. So,
And then Connie's just gonna excuse herself and go over to the nurse's station to like get Temerity's attention again. Like, we've got it handled. Like, let's get ready to go. And like talk to the nurse
Temerity's
one
in
more
the
time
middle.
and be like, sorry.
Temerity's in the middle of
Wagging my finger.
why socialism is good.
Yeah.
Part
As soon
2.
as I have more money, I'm gonna come back and tip this poor nurse.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like Connie leaves like 5 gold and just is like, I'm so sorry.
Don't accept tips. Thank you.
Just, I don't know. Use it for like hospital donation or something. I just feel really bad. And she's gonna go back over to Malachi and be like, okay, so
yeah, Ethel and Connie, you guys still haven't solved the problem, which was getting Malachi to fucking leave.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've got that. This is gonna require some serious deception on my part, and I don't think I. So
I have an idea. If
I
you
also have an idea. Do you want to have a meta discussion about said idea?
let's have a meta discussion
Okay.
real quick, if that's cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
The quicker the better, y'all.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
All right. What are your thoughts?
My thought was to tell him that, oh, I misunderstood the nurse. The kids are getting examined right now. They're getting like some routine checkups and they can't be seen right now. Doctors can't be interrupted. Let's just go take a walk until they're done.
Gotcha.
They said it's gonna be like an hour. Let's just go take a walk.
I was gonna suggest something similar, that they're just doing their like final examinations and checkout process, and we should go back home and make sure his wife and their room is all set up. Which sucks.
I do agree with that idea. It means going to the Starlight Inn, but
this feels so dirty, but also he is enchanted, and so like something is wrong.
Yeah. No, for sure. If I have to cast suggestion on him to get him to listen, I might do it. Which sucks. But I might do it. I think I'm gonna do it.
Ugh.
I don't want to, but I feel really bad. Like,
it's up to you guys.
okay.
We are back in real time. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
Yeah. So Connie's just gonna be like, okay, I'm sorry. I spoke to the nurse again. There was a bit of a misunderstanding, a bit of a fallout in communication. The kids can't be seen right now because they're getting some routine examinations and it's gonna be a little bit. So how about we go take a walk? Maybe we go back home for a little bit. And, you know, she said it was gonna be like at least an hour. So
Yes, we can make sure that everything's prepared for them when they get there.
Are you casting a spell, or are you just trying to deception him?
Currently, I'm just trying to deceive the fuck out of him.
All right, roll me a deception check.
And I'm trying to help.
You're helping. Yep.
Yep. Thanks for that help. Appreciate you and your existence. Why? What's my deception? I rolled double 9s. My deception is a +7, so that's a 16. You fucker!
16 on the dot.
I don't have any luck
Gosh
points.
darn it. That
I
really
have no
hurts.
fate points. Do you want to give me some fate points?
I don't have enough to help you with your roll. I literally have 1.
You can use some fate points in the.
You know what I'm gonna do? Well, no, I can't do that because
How many do you need?
like literally just one above him. So if you give me 2 fate points,
Fine.
I hope good.
My bank goes down to 23.
Oh, poor baby. Fate point hoarder.
Rach sitting over
You
there.
don't get rich by throwing around your money flippantly.
The new side of Rage none of us have ever seen until this session was the monetary.
I gotta get
aspect.
real tight. You don't want to know how much money I spend on dumb shit at this convention.
As you smile with your big fang teeth.
Yeah. My $200 teeth. Worth every penny.
You guys just barely are able to. He still seems confused, but he finally leaves with you guys. You guys begin your walk over. Cut back to the morticians.
Yep.
We have you 3 there. I don't think there was any NPCs with you guys. Walter's with them. Trina's with them. It's just you 3. All right, so you 3 go to the morticians. Asunar has been there before. With your HVC badges, you're able to get in, just claiming that you're looking for stuff, and you do see Cole there. The Aristronasi currently seems to be just like doing some paperwork. He has a couple other assistants helping him around, and he looks up and says, well, I know you from the church, Ethel, right? And Asunar I've run into last time, I believe. How can I help you?
Can I have detect thoughts on for when we approach the mortician?
Sure.
Because if we had a sending spell to someone failed and that someone had been replaced by a shapeshifter, like what we've seen with the chief of police who needed help from someone in the mortician's department to pull off said heist, I think detect thoughts is
Heist.
a worthwhile endeavor.
Sure. No, 100%. Yeah, you have a detect thoughts going. Uh, immediate thought is curiosity as to why you people are here. Also doesn't know your face at all, Sin, so it's just like, who's this person? Right now it's very plain. You are. Hold the hand out to you. Who's in?
What's up? I'm Sin Alamoad, HVC. Is everything okay? We came over as soon as we could. We sent out a sending spell to get in contact with you and hadn't heard back, so with all the murders going around that we've been investigating, just wanted to make sure that nothing had happened to you.
I mean, I'm doing fine, just doing normal work. Did he meet Temerity last time?
Yeah.
I can't remember. So yeah, remembers Temerity's face, remembers Asunar's face, is a little confused by Sin's. Sin's, you begin to get some light alarms going off, like concern in his head, just a little like, oh, why worried about me? I'm fine. Who's looking for me? What's going on? Concern. Just like nothing, no big thoughts yet, but like very concerned about why people are looking for him.
Hello, Cole.
Connie tried to get a hold of you earlier and found it kind of weird that you didn't respond. But we were just at the hospital and one of our friends, Malachi Starlight, was there looking for his children, and we're just curious if you have records of the triplets' deaths we could look at.
When you say that, Asunar, again, saying you see more alarms go off, being like, fuck, why are people trying to contact me? What's going on? Shit, cover. And like grabs like a sending stone off the desk. It's like, did you have him try contacting me on the sending stone from the hospital to here?
You know what? That's probably all it was. We'll use the sending stone next time. I am so sorry about that.
It's fine. You feel like relief begin to like slowly settle in. It's like, but as for the children, the death certificate should be, I'm sure it's probably on file at the hospital, but also it's sent to the parents as well. Why was Malachi at the hospital? Was he okay, or was it specifically related to his children?
Oh, he's having a hard go of it.
Yeah. He doesn't think his kids are dead. He thinks they're still at the hospital, so he also hasn't been home. So that's why I was hoping to look at the copies, try and like convince him a little better that they did in fact not make it.
I mean, all of our records would be at Healing Hearts Hospital, and I mean, honestly, there should be a copy should go to the collective eventually. I don't know how quickly they do that. That's not really a thing I work with, but the collective usually has everything. But that is odd. She might get him like checked in at the hospital or see if there's something more dangerous going on with him. There is an actual confusion in his head during this part of the conversation, Sin. Whatever else is like a little weird, he's like, what the fuck's going on with this? Like, there's an actual curiosity and confusion with that as well, being like, oh, what the fuck's wrong with Malachi? It's ready.
So that is neither here nor there. Of course, we're doing what we can to help our friend, but what we need now is, in a business nature, just some of your paperwork. Do you not keep your own files? I know that you're saying that the hospital has the files and the collective will eventually get the files, but shouldn't you have a copy of them as well?
Not once everything's completed. Once it's completed, it goes back to the hospital, so it's all easily in one spot. Again, I don't know why they decided to put the mortician's office like all the way over here. I know they have a small one over there, but I don't know. I don't understand the setup fully either, but my paperwork goes there once I'm all set.
I believe him.
Roll me an insight check.
Besides dookie doo. Oh, except when I roll an 18. Oh, wait, never mind. 15. That's a 15. Plus 0. 15.
Everything's still not bad. It seems to be telling the truth. I don't think any of you know how paperwork works for the mortician or the hospital, so like none of you have a good way to prove that. As far as you, Temerity, who doesn't have any of the detect thoughts currently going on, as far as you can tell, this person's being truthful. Cinn, it's still whenever the conversation gets brought back to the record keeping and stuff, like there's a little more stress. Not as severe, but there's definitely a bit of like, why are they still asking about fucking like why are they worried about my paperwork? And why are they where are they trying to figure out what's going on? There's still concern and alarm bells going off for this person.
And to be clear,
Mhm.
so it's under my impression that I've sort of mind read when we sort of mentioned about the sending spells.
Mhm.
It's this person didn't get the sending spell and is trying to cover for it by saying, "Oh, we've got the sending spell stones in the hospital for it," right?
Right, which they do have. Like that's an actual thing. Like there's literally a spell stone. There's a sending spell stone on the table, but like there's definitely obviously more. But
Cool. Okay,
obviously
good.
with
Just
detect
making
thoughts,
sure.
if you want to get more, you gotta like dig. So that's the issue.
Yeah. And I don't think we need to dig. I think I've got enough clues.
Well, what are you
to
working
warrant
on right
investigating
now?
further.
More paperwork, more death certificates. Vinny actually forgets. It's been so long. Who the last person to die was? Judy. Probably working on something related to Judy. It's like currently, I believe the other person who came last time was your friend Ethel, as well. Someone from their congregation passed away, so I'm just finishing up paperwork for that currently.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
Of course. Thing that helped out the HBC. What's up, Ethel?
Did I do
I
that?
don't remember. I don't remember. You guys split and are together at such random points. I don't remember who's met who in this fucking city.
Right. I just don't.
We just have,
Sorry.
like,
I guess I
Sim
was
score.
confused. Did I like send information to the mortician on Judy's behalf? That's the real question I'm asking.
No.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
like he's
Is
doing.
that what he was saying, or
No,
is
he was saying
just okay?
he most likely remembers you if you were part of the visiting squad last time.
Cool. I don't remember either. So, in your defense,
I need none. I feel totally satisfied in the fact that we've had 20 sessions and I don't remember who's interacted with whom, unless you've
In the
not
beginning,
at
we were
all.
very good about staying together as a party, and then we more split party stuff over time.
Yeah, once you start including every single NPC you've ever met into your party squad, you can split up into 4 different groups and do things.
I mean, it's not like there's ever any combat. Of course, it's safe to split the party.
Yeah. Keep pushing this guy. Let's see what happens. Anyways,
Alright, so we're leaving. I turn to Cinn and I'm like, you seem to know this place pretty well. Is there a nice spot I can go where no one will fucking hear me? Topside, preferably. I don't want to go back underground yet.
Yeah, I mean, no problem. I mean, there's restrooms all over the place. Okay, we can go somewhere a little bit more private, outside of the hospital.
Yeah. I mean, you're at the mortician's office where the police station is, so you're like at the center of a place that you probably don't want to be speaking real suspiciously about things. But yeah, you can easily go into any of like the actual city, like as most of us or a few of us here know, any side street in Boston, you can go down and just like find a place to make a fucking phone call. Temerity, are you going with the other two, or are you doing something else? I know you weren't like flirting with this guy, but you were having some repertoire going back and forth, or are you?
Oh no, I'm done.
Okay, so
That was my exit.
right, you three exit. Asunar, you're sending a message to.
Me. Holy fuck. He is not the same guy. Where do we meet up? What the fuck do we do? This is bad. Alright, that was under 25.
Nice. We'll backtrack a little bit before you get this specific message. So it is you two and Walter and Trine and Malachi. When during your travels down, see, do I have a map? We have a map.
We altered course to go back to the inn per Corinne's suggestion.
Sure. Are you guys literally going all the way there before you guys decide to
I
try to
think
spell
we're gonna
magic?
try to be like in 3/4, perhaps potentially.
Close.
Yeah, close by.
So it's easy to get in there if he's really bad.
Okay, so I mean the closest places to the Starlight Inn would be going by the bank, the museum, the Coliseum, and then it's just city, and then the Starlight Inn. So
Probably. I don't think it would be wise to have him around like any institutions per se, maybe especially not the Coliseum. I mean, he doesn't seem like the guy who takes out his grief with like violence and rage, but Sin was kind of hyping it up from before, so I'm not gonna take my chance. So I think maybe once for quiet residential like street corner, because it's the middle of the day, people are probably out and their business, not as many eyes.
We're basically doing what Una just did and ducking down a random side street.
Yeah.
To cast a dispel.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think I the way I'm imagining this is Connie is on one side of him, side of him.
You are breaking up.
Sneak it.
Oh, okay, you stopped talking. Okay, I wasn't looking up for that moment. So, okay. So you guys are walking him down, randomly decide to go down a random alley, and Trine does try to cast Detect Magic.
Spell magic.
Dispel Magic. Would she know?
Can you give her Bardic to do that? Because Delton has had pretty high.
Yeah. I have Bardic Inspiration left. I'm just trying to think of, because Bardic Inspiration, you're supposed to like say something or sing something or play. You know what? Connie will just kind of like. Wait. What instruments does she have? She has inventory. Let's go to the inventory. What do we got? Oh, we've got the lyre.
Well, I ain't calling you a truther.
Thank you for that. So I feel like, well, the lyre's kind of like a hand harp thing. So I feel like it's like strapped to her hip, and she's just like, absent-mindedly strumming the strings to give Trine Bardic Inspiration.
All right. It's a D8. If you want to roll it for me, we're gonna add it to what I've already rolled for her and see if this works.
Where's my D8? There's my D8. 7.
Just barely. Okay. She rolled very bad, and I was like, "This is probably not going to work." So that That was good.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yay.
That was smart. Smart work. Yeah, you guys are walking back. I mean, this man just, like, whatever was going on, the modified memory in his brain just leaves. And he just collapses on that side street.
Yeah, I feel
Can
like we
I
kind of
catch
like
him?
catch him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like he just like against the wall. Yeah, like all of you go to catch him. You too, Walter. Like everybody's just like, we all knew this was coming, and we, and
Yeah.
he breaks down. Again, he already had to deal with this once. He kind of got a fix in his head, and now again he like remembers all of that at once. So he's a mess in the corner. I mean, you guys were there for the session before where he's emotional fella, so he starts letting those emotions out. So he's just kind of like against the wall, and like you said, he's not very violent, but like before with the broom handle, he was hitting it on the ground a bit. And now he just kind of does like lightly punch a wall a bit before just like collapsing down on the side of this random building.
Can I offer him a water skin with water in it? It's hard to drink and cry at the same time.
Roll a persuasion check to see if he even tries drinking from it, because
Shoot. I had not opened my character sheet because of the technical issues from earlier.
that's fair. Just tell me what you rolled.
I rolled an 11.
Persuasion for full persuasion is +4, so 15.
Okay.
He does, like, through bleary eyes, he does take it eventually. Just doesn't even take a swing yet. He's just like staring at it, and tries to take a sip. But yeah, he's not doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna be like consoling him here in the street for the next like 10 minutes.
Cool. As the 10 minutes go on, you eventually get a message from Asunar.
Yeah, Connie gets that. Slowly stands up. And she just goes, okay. Meet at Starlight. Malik has a mess. Again. Be careful. Maybe hit up Vito. This is bad. That's it.
We're going to take a quick break now because people deserve to have bio breaks, as someone said once before, which I thought was very funny. We will be back in a few minutes to see where we go from here.
Bye.
The party is lightly interrogated, sees Leon tied up and exhausted. He was in magic people cuffs, like with all the fingers. It was fun. We are accepted into the tribe, given jobs and a place to stay for the night, and instructed to report back in the morning for more stuff. Scaldy runs into her brother, shoots him in the foot.
A classic.
They do a little
classic
talking.
Scaldy.
Yeah.
That moment did become like a defining moment for Scaldy as a personality trait.
I do love I remember so clearly, it was like, you see your brother there, and then there's just this pause, and you had to be like, what do you do? And then the pause lingered, and then it was, shoot him in the foot. Just total throwaway.
I was thinking of which was the least damaging to shoot.
Don't make me full name you, Mel. What the fuck? Is this where Kellenborn died,
Hi.
Vinny?
I just remembered that and I got really sad.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I was right.
Not right here, but
in this place.
He died here?
He said
Not-
he
not
told
right
you
here.
that
But
he died in a mining incident.
He died in the Melrin mines?
yeah,
He said he was trying
Can
to
Sid
do
have figured that out?
you got a nat 20 on your religion check. I will say
Yeah.
that, like, after a moment or two, you think about that. You like some of the previous conversations run through your head. You think about this little kid who, like, and then you replay the story a bit of being like, and like as he turned like 15.
Because I'm not sure I understand.
Is she acting good because she thinks acting good is going to keep everybody together, or is she just acting good because she got it all out of her system the night before?
She got most of it out of her system, so she's mellowed out.
Okay, that's all I was
for
asking.
now.
Mellowette? Like just a little mellow? A small mellow?
She's
You
mellowed.
had to see that coming.
I'm hanging up now.
Hi, Mel.
I really want like pixie form of like Eldritch Blast.
That's not me, though.
All right, Mickey Mouse.
I mean, not to be a person of a singular track mind, but you know, that's the way the kid wants to go, is just down that one tunnel instead of laying out into these other ones. We can always check them on our way back, but
Did you just make a one-track mind joke?
yes, I did. Fuck off.
God. Awful.
Fen
Listen.
meows in annoyance.
I give him scritches.
George just happy to be alive.
Yeah,
George is
just hanging out, just
George is
trotting
just
along.
doing his
Goes up to
best.
Sid, hoping for some pets.
Oh, yeah.
Been a
Gets,
minute.
Sid just picks him up and he's like, oh, hi, buddy.
Oh my god.
Here, and we're like, no, they just floated away and got. It wasn't. Unless she has some crazy magic, like people like are willing to testify, but you're probably gonna go to the police to just like have to explain some stuff. As this is going on, you all feel for the first time on Wishfall an earthquake.
You get purple.
What?
What? Don't worry about it. First of all, the Ivory Queen has some ways to get us out of the city from here that might be easier to get to than the greenhouse, especially considering how far the greenhouse is from us and the fact that we neglected to remember that the city sells watermelon that lets you see through invisibility and disguise self. So,
I'm sorry, what?
yeah, there's magical fruit. It's kind of normal now, so I kind of forgot to think about it. But there's magic fruit that makes you do all wonder of things. It's really, really fun. But one of those is see basically into the ethereal plane.
I can't fucking wait to leave this place. What the fuck is this fucking hellscape?
But it's so
where you've got
interesting.
weird ass magic fruit.
I feel like Connie can't contribute to the conversation right now. She's just staring angrily at her wall, like fuming quietly. She's gone from angry throwing stage to just
Trying to figure out if I have like a stress ball or something. I don't think so.
I can
think a
be.
stress ball is kinda cutting.
I can. A barbarian can be used as a stress ball. I'm debating.
I mean, there's people. But there's not like a lot of people, but people.
Oh, I didn't know. I assumed we were the only 4 in the shop, so that's my mistake.
Well, I mean, his shop is kind of like an outdoor stall. Like, again, he's literally like that guy from the opening from Aladdin, where it's like it's
Mel, the face.
My
I want
mistake.
that. I want that face as our new group
Please
chat.
no. Please no.
It's happening.
Seriously, me. For fuck's
We would have gone and done the fucking mudslide. That would have happened at
We
some
would
point.
have.
It's Sid's
Oh.
favorite place. It is Sid's favorite place. Sid loves dirt.
It loves dirt.
It is a great paladin that
I've
swings
got a
a
jar,
shovel
jar.
axe.
It
Of
was
course,
just,
Sid
it
loves
was
dirt.
Ariel.
It was just the way you said
Darling.
it.
It was the way you said
It loves
it.
dirt.
Fantastic.
We're not
Sid loves
arguing the
dirt.
fact. It's just the.
It was the aggressive affection for dirt.
Is the I do have a question. Is the love for dirt greater than the love they have for Yvette? Because I don't think we've ever heard them talk about Yvette like that. It's like, I love you, and then I love dirt.
It's different. Dirt is like part of their
That's what they all
personality.
say.
Dirt is to Sid as necromancy is to
It's to Yvette.
Yes.
like probably equal amounts of love, but it's
Smartass.
That doesn't
I
count
know
as a
it, but
solution
like
of it.
here, this is
got multiple.
Yvette, it doesn't.
this is such a problem tonight. Fuck. Anyway, the problem is it's because Ken keeps talking.
I guess I'll just shut the fuck up.
I guess I'll
Just
shut
do like your
fuck
bliss
up.
voice for Kid instead or something. Just use a different
No,
voice.
it's fine. It's fine.
Which bliss voice is the question?
Is one of them Southern?
No.
You know what?
I'm-
Temerity's saying
I-
that to Asunar.
I'm gonna be real. Have you ever held a weapon before?
Oh, many a weapon, you would be surprised.
I'm not talking
You
about
set
your
it up.
dick. I am not talking about your dick or someone else's dick. I'm talking about something you could, something.
Nothing you
Something
say
you can
is going to
stab
help.
with.
Nothing
Nothing
you
I've-
say is going to make it better.
Something you might potentially murder someone with.
Both of you to assume my
You can
part.
murder.
Thank you.
Connie, you can murder someone with a dick.
This is news to me.
Spoken like a true lesbian. Happy
think a
Pride Month,
lesbian-
everyone.
Right.
What are trees? And it's like, those could make some cool toys.
Yeah.
Some good wood.
Yeah,
Some nice
like
bark.
that would make a good grave. Like I think the justification is that would make a good grave. I would not bury somebody there.
Don't bury somebody to that dirt. Don't do it.
We're
Bad
not
dirt.
burying anyone here. We can't kill anyone because we can't bury them
I
here.
want to know what justifies as bad dirt now.
Like if it's
You
not going to
should
be like
know.
good quality, if
Yeah,
it's not going
nature-
to, yeah, you would know
No,
too.
not as Lyra.
Wait. So
Round. How we feeling, guys?
I am
Not
not
great,
feeling
not great.
good.
just fucking peachy.
Cool.
Did I take any damage from that real quick?
Oh, you took 14 damage. Thank you for reminding me.
So happy to help.
Never remind him.
Hey, did we have homework last night?
That was
I'm not drowning.
that was
I am sleeping so good.
that was kind of the
Having a nice time.
that was kind of the energy that got tossed out.
No,
Funny
you're
shit.
good.
It's funny as
It
shit.
hurts now.
Yeah, full stress to full laughter does that.
I'm gonna mute now. I'll be right back.
You go to your thing.
I still think we should put in the fine print that, may induce death later on if you don't come up with the good catchphrase and transform properly.
All right, I'm coming around on this.
That's what I heard from our first meeting. So,
Must
I
be
mean,
okay
I'm all
with
for
hair
it.
color changes and sometimes skin tone color changes and sometimes physical species changes as well. We don't know. What if you
Actually, that's a
pull the
good
dog card and someone turns into a dog?
Okay, I'm back in.
Isn't
That's gonna be confusing.
Neither of us belong here. And that's it.
It's fine. It was I belong here. Look, I had a long Sunday. Is it we don't belong in the Undercity? We don't belong on Wishfall? We don't belong in Vagari? Can you be more specific, please? There's just like a lot of different places.
She will spend 3 first level spell slots to answer. I'm gonna kill you,
At least
Vinny.
you're about to get your rest.
Yeah, no, thank fuck.
And hang out and have some family time crossover. Yeah, you're
Yep,
able to...
I mean, might as well teach them how to do it. I mean, it doesn't hurt to know how to make a healing potion.
Yep.
And remember, a family that heals together feels together.
Family that fights together might die together.
This is also potentially true.
Regardless, someone's gonna take a knee.
As you guys get to spend some time, probably the least liked. Things that smelled awful, ratty mud off the street, and Onolove explained it as if you give even the worst thing a chance to be better, there's a good chance it might happen.
I mean, not to be a person of a singular track mind, but you know, that's the way that Kind wants to go, is just down that one tunnel instead of...
Very happy when we were not live for that. And I'm still happy that we weren't live for that. Anyways, hi guys, we're back. So sorry.
Hi.
I'm so sorry for what you don't know.
We'll never know.
It's okay, it would have been psychic damage.
It's going in the vault.
Yeah. Anyways, you guys as a group, you guys who are with Malachi are going to start moving a little slower, and the rest of you guys trying to catch up and go to the Starlight Inn probably are able to move a little quicker. So you guys arrive, we'll say, not relatively at the same time, but not long after. But eventually you guys get Malachi in the door. Celeste is still working. She seems to be on her feet, moving around. Looks around, smiles seeing all of you guys coming in, looks a little worried at seeing Malachi in the state that he's in, but is going around and she's helping everyone else figure out what they want for food, to take care of them and get them rooms. It's not super crowded in here still, but there's like a few people here and there. They still seem to be fairly busy since they had people coming up from Planet Sign to start living up here, so it's still fairly busy. She immediately comes over after she finishes all of that, as you guys like find a seat for yourselves and Malachi just to get him settled, or like try to bring him up to the room to just like see what's going on with him. And she's like, where have you been? You've been gone for like 2 or 3 days now. Are you okay? And Malachi is just, he's not talking. He's just like going through the stuff in his head, trying to like play nice. Like, I don't know what's. I love you, and just like holds her hand and like gives her a hug, and they have a moment together. She looks confused, like, I love you too, and he's looking at you guys, being like. She absolutely has no idea what's going on right now.
I feel like none of us really know how to respond in this moment. We kind of just like let this play out. Maybe we get Malachi settled upstairs alone.
Yeah,
like,
we can say you guys got him upstairs. The rest of y'all have caught up as well. So you 5, Trine and Walter, are able to like. If you guys have questions or want to talk to them about it, you can. Otherwise, we can say that they just have a private moment where like they start discussing stuff together. If you guys want to push anything with them right now, let me know and we can do that. Otherwise,
all I want to do is I want to make sure that Celeste, like, her memory is intact and that she remembers the events of her pregnancy. Like, I don't know if I can just like listen in on that.
Yeah, we can say that through just listening through the conversations, like her, like Malachi revealing the fact that he didn't remember that, and then her having to be like, oh, and like her having to be like, You forgot, and like there's a conversation about it where like it's very clear that she didn't forget anything.
Right. Okay, yeah. And then once she leaves him, Connie will like try to pull Celeste aside and be like, did he I'm sorry, I don't mean to eavesdrop, but I overheard you say that he like disappeared a couple days ago. Did he say if he was going anywhere?
He said he was going to the hospital. I just assumed he was either like making sure he was okay with something, or I, I don't know. Like, I mean, he goes places sometimes. Sometimes he needs to go and grab things for the inn. He's just going somewhere in the city. I didn't think anything weird of it.
And so he never said to you like, I'm gonna go pick up the kids or anything.
Oh, wait, why would he?
Celeste, I don't mean to alarm you, but somebody modified his memory.
I understand the whispering. You're going to have to speak up a bit just so that the mics can get you.
Sorry. So she's speaking in a low voice and she just goes, okay, Celeste, I don't mean to alarm you, but somebody modified his memory.
She looks around at the rest of you guys who are, I assume, not too far away, being like, is this like just looking for confirmation or affirmation? Not affirmation, confirmation.
Ethel will be nodding.
Okay. That's okay.
We ran into him at the hospital and he, as he probably said before, he forgot and he was talking to the hospital staff like, why won't you let me see them? And we even tried explaining to him what happened and he looked at us, or he looked at me, like I had a dozen heads. So I don't know who did that, but I'll be looking into it, I promise, because that's not okay.
No, she like squeezes your hands, gives it a quick kiss, and says, I'm just gonna go take care of my husband for a few.
Yeah, do you need me to help out down here a little bit, or
we're gonna say that the NPCs offer to stay and help here for a bit.
Sure.
Just because you have NPCs to spare. So Walter and Trine are like, hi, we can do shit here. We're gonna be helpful, and they offer to keep an eye on the stuff downstairs. God, I don't know if any of you guys have messaged anymore. Trine looks to Temerity and says, "Can you?" Or no, sending. Looks to Temerity and is like, "Can you just send X to us if you need any help with anything? Otherwise, we're gonna be here just keeping an eye on the place."
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Temerity and Walter are gonna stay here and just keep an eye on the place. Not that like anything's. There's anything.
Trine and Walter.
Yep. What did I say?
Temerity.
Too many T names.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, those two are gonna stay here. You five. What do you guys want to do now? Because you guys, it is getting late in the day. You guys have used, at least a few of you have used up quite a few things. So
yeah. I like the idea of talking to Vito. I can go do that if other people need to do other stuff like talking to Aunt Plenty.
We could also probably just send Hex to deliver a message to Vito to meet us at the collective.
I could do that.
Such a busy boy.
Oh, Hexy!
What do you want? They just have to make him run around with all this bullshit.
Why don't you have your postal worker outfit on? I need you to deliver a message for me again.
I didn't know we were doing an outfit change for every different job. Give me a second. It just goes.
I love how he just goes with it. My God.
Well, he's got to be a drama queen too, because I mean.
Wait, can he just like snap his fingers and outfit change?
No,
please?
he has to go to his dimension and like he like looks through the couple different ones that he has, decide which one he wants. There's like the classic, the classic 30s mailman, and the newer one that they have now. And he's just like, oh, do I go retro? Do I go with something new? Back and forth.
Are we looking at the blue of the USPS or the brown of the UPS?
He's comparing those two. Yeah,
I want the shorts.
Vince, eventually comes back with the really tight brown shorts on. And he's like, all right.
Perfect. And you have to have the branded socks.
Yeah.
They're just really glittery socks. Is that branded for Temerity?
So
Oh, yes.
is Vito just meeting you guys at the collective after work when he's done with work, I guess?
Yeah.
Because he has a day job.
He does have a day job.
Unlike everyone else in this fucking group.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we can't afford to get him on our payroll or take another cut.
Yeah.
200 a day? Are you kidding me?
In this economy?
Yeah, you guys, so you guys are able to decide what you want to do. Do you all want to go onto Plenty, or is there anything else?
I think we should kind of stick together as much as possible after what almost happened to Ethel. So maybe we all go as a collective. But bump. I'm sorry.
No one respond. No one responds.
I got validation from Durz's face, so
As I say, she can sense validation. Just don't.
And Corinne was like, "I hate you."
She can smell validation.
My
Cool. Is anyone? So everyone's gonna go visit onto Plenty at the last tale, or?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, why not last tale?
Cool. Okay. I wait to see if there's any argument. I am. All right. You guys head on down. Similar to when Ethel visited before, there are plenty of people that are around, talking to each other, watching the views. Again, some of them are like precariously having their legs over the edge, which is like a little crazy. But you see onto Plenty again, slightly larger than average. Head seems to be human-esque, if not humanoid, of some sort, and is just currently just not knitting, but doing some fine needlework.
I actually have a question for Ethel, like while we're on our way there, like before we meet with her. You said she kind of did like a sort of divination for you about she mouths the word Clyde.
Don't say his name, it'll summon him.
Like Beetlejuice.
Sort of, yes. She does knitting, and her needlework seems to have some sort of divination properties. I don't know if it's standard. To be fair, I don't know much about standard divination, but I don't know if it's standard divination work, but it definitely tells her something.
I mean, on top of the whole list of stuff, I want to ask her about these victims, especially if she knew any of them or like, knew their life journey. Maybe if she can figure out or get us pointed in the right direction of who modified Malachi's memory.
Yes. I mean, I don't know if she can tell us exactly who, but it's
It's
worth a question.
shot. Yeah.
To be clear, it seems like she works better when you give her more information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that is, keep that in mind.
For sure. I mean, yeah, sure.
I also don't know if her power extends beyond who she's immediately talking to. Like, she was able to divine for Clyde because I was talking to her and
You
I
were
had
talking to her,
history
yeah.
with Clyde.
Right.
So I'm not sure how that works, but that's another thing to keep in mind.
Will it overwhelm her if we all talk to her at once?
I'm not sure. I'm willing to step back and just be a listening ear for this one.
I mean, I will say, as you approach, you see like a few people in a half circle talking to her at the same time, or at least being present with her. It's not like, at the very least, it's not like she overloads from just too many people at once. But yeah, you guys approach. Ethel, you've already talked to her. Other people, what who have questions to ask, curiosities to relate to her, or I mean, yes, we know, we always know you, Mel. Yeah.
have all the questions.
That's fair. Yeah,
I currently can't think of anything, so I'm gonna stand back with Ethel.
You see a fairly friendly-looking lady who is just like between talking to some people, and watches your group approach, and who is getting closer to be part of the conversation. You all can, but I'm just curious if you guys are separating in fashion.
I would like to be close enough to hear, but not to like be involved.
Participate.
Okay. Cinn?
Cinn is gonna tuck Knifey in one of Kanitae's pockets, and Cinn is gonna step outside of hearing range, but then hear everything just fine.
Right.
Are you letting that happen? I guess is.
I think she just kind of gives Cinn a question. And hopefully he'll explain himself. But like, Kanitae knows roughly how
It's
familiars
crowded.
work.
Yeah, there's a lot of people over there.
You don't
I
do
don't want to be
crowds.
like the 11th person in the room, you know.
Okay. All right. No, that's fair. That's fair. All right.
And Temerity.
And he's just a butter knife right now. He's not one of the biggest steak knives, so it shouldn't be too awkward in your pocket.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah. I'll keep an eye on him, I guess.
And Temerity, do you want to approach, or do you want to be a slight distance away with Ethel and Asunar, or do you want to just be Geet McGeet away with Cinn?
McGee.
So this lady's whole shtick is that she has a really good memory.
Are you asking me, or are you in character asking that? Sorry.
That's in character.
Cool.
Kanitae just kind of shrugs.
A little bit of
Sure, let's go with that. Let's go with that.
a little bit of that, a little bit of just, being able to look at you and know things about you.
Oh, I have to meet this person. I really need to know what she knows about me.
We might get a lore drop on Temerity. Sign me the fuck up.
You should.
I was already invested, but now I'm like doubly invested.
My curiosity will kill my kitty.
But your satisfaction might just bring it back. So.
Thank you for finishing that.
18 plus stream.
Anyways.
Anyway.
I want to be clear, that's how the actual phrase goes.
No, they're fully aware, but it's just the fact that Rage let it off on like first half and didn't finish it.
I love that you guys now inject the perverted thoughts into the things that I say, that I am not intending to be perverted.
I didn't. I just hate it when people only say the first half of the phrase.
Oh.
Okay.
Apparently I've been corrupted.
You have the
Hydrate,
dirty
motherfuckers,
mind.
because we're all thirsty.
All right, children, you're all pretty. Let's continue. You fucks. Names are blanking on me now after that debacle. Connie and Temerity. You guys approach with Knifey in the pocket as a butter knife, specifically. Guess I could have had Song. Oh, I forget. Trine has a familiar. Song is with you guys because that's good for her to keep an eye on things too. So
Can I hold her and just stand there?
Sure.
Just pet the little coyotes.
It's like a little too active. Like it's like Shiba active, where it's just like I want to be doing some things, but
just giving the belly scritches.
You don't have to bring your cat over. Okay, I thought you were gonna really like strangle your cat and just be like here, like this.
No, he's by my feet right now, and I keep poking him, and he's trying to sleep, so I'm not gonna harass him anymore.
The conversation that's currently going on seems to finish up with the other people after a few moments, and she turns her gaze to both of you. You see fairly not piercing, colorless eyes. She has white irises that just have a weird layer to them when it goes from like the white to the black, and she just looks between the both of you like, well, Hello.
Hi. I'm Kanitae. This is Temerity. We heard about you from a friend of ours.
And she kind of like glances over to Ethel.
Yeah, 10 feet away.
Yeah, 10 feet away.
And we were wondering if we could discuss a few things with you.
Knifey's in my pocket. Stop it, Anders.
What's he doing? I didn't actually see.
It's in the chat. It's in the chat.
Okay. Don't worry about
Twitch
it.
chat.
That is fair. Cool. Yeah, you explain that. And she goes from looking at you to looking at Temerity, small smile across her face. And what are you here for?
Devious curiosity.
Connie just nods like that seems correct.
I've heard about you, and you seem like an interesting person, and I take great pride in knowing interesting people.
That you do. That you do. What questions can I answer for you? And keeps the eyes focused on Temerity.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, well, I'm mostly here just to accompany Kanitae. We're in the middle of looking for some information about some children potentially not with us, maybe with us.
Few things.
Everyone stretch. She looks, the smile that she has stays on when she talks to you, Severity. It does sour a bit into more of a plastered smile when it goes to you. Saying, she says, "Sorry, I don't feel like I want to be answering any questions for you."
Okay.
And the face turns back to a small smile and looks back at Temerity again.
Oh. Well, you'll have to excuse me. I've only really heard of what my friends have said of you. What sort of questions am I supposed to be asking you?
A question for a question about questions. That feels correct. Well, it seems like there are things that you guys wish to know about, and the eyes flip back to Connie, flip back over to the group that's standing not too far away, and then go back to you and says, "But if you don't know the questions that you need answers for, you can just go grab somebody else. I'm sure you have things that you're wondering about as well."
You want me to ask the question? Oh, okay. Oh God. You put the wrong person to this task. So, just to be clear, we're asking questions about Malachi and the kids and the memory loss.
That's one of the items.
Okay.
I mean, but also just ask questions about what you want.
I don't have any questions.
If she knew anything about any of the victims so far was another agenda item.
Remember you saying you did have questions, that Temerity did have questions for her before.
Oh. Brain fart.
Maybe related
Okay.
to your wife, but I don't
Yeah,
remember.
all right, okay.
You don't have to ask those, you can ask the ones that are being suggested. What the heck did you do?
I'm seriously racking my brain. Like,
So, I suppose we were wondering, we have been experiencing some issues recently where it seems as though people may or are being replaced by doppelgangers, not doppelgangers like capital D, like the creature, but like doppelgangers as in like people who look exactly the same and aren't that person. You probably understand what I'm saying.
Changelings, yes.
Or that, yeah, that's certainly an option as well. So maybe if you knew anything about that, or we've been encountering people who are clearly being magically influenced against their will. For instance, our friend Malachi, who recently suffered the loss of his triplets, who could have been Devati because they passed not long after being born, and like a domino.
She immediately looks very sad when you bring that up. And nods and says, yes, it was a thing that I didn't get to touch upon last visit. Eyes lit up to Ethel. But there was a brief talk about death of Devati. And Ethel, if you're close enough to be listening, you do remember there was a point where you guys talked about the death of Devati, and she was very somber for a moment. She says, it is unfortunate. They have in fact passed. And she begins to just like caress a nail along one of the threads that leads into her side satchel. Is there something particular about this situation that you wanted some awareness of?
I guess we just would want to know who would have the motivation of modifying Malachi's memory about the loss of his children.
He is an odd choice, that is for sure. There's a bit of a confusion on her face for a few moments as she thinks. Interesting. I don't know. I don't see anybody that was with him. Changed. He didn't see anybody with him. There's not even a specific time or spot where it happened. I don't have an answer for you, which is unfortunate. It's honestly feels like a hurt to our reputation. It's something that can hide from the eyes of fate, whatever it is.
Oh. I also have something else I want to ask you about. Not too long ago, we were headed to the underground and were confronted by a rather strange, creepy individual. And coming from me, that's saying a lot. I deal with a lot of strange and creepy individuals. But they attacked us and nearly killed a couple of us, but we weren't able to discover who that was. Do you know anything about that?
She closes her eyes one more time and begins finding another thread. Reaches a lot deeper into the bag for this. The hand pulls back, terrified. There's an expression of fear on her face for a moment. She's like, chains. Chains.
Chains?
Chains. What did one of you do to anchor a god of chaos? I didn't know this was going to happen, but apparently there are other aspects in the city. There's a small minor illusion that pops up of a swirling spiral with small segmented swirling spirals coming off of those, and it just is like almost looking into like an infinite void. If for those of you who have Magnus archived it, it's like looking into the spiral. It's just looking into like something that's made to like daze and confuse your brain. She says, "You find someone with this symbol. Run."
All right.
Keep an eye out for the Elder Eye. There is Dune. I don't know what he has for you, and I'll never be able to find that out myself, most likely, but that Dune guy.
There is Dune.
Okay. That's certainly ominous. Are we being hunted?
Sounds like someone in your group is.
It was Ethel. He called her Little Moon Dweller?
The eyes look up to Ethel with a curious expression, because this was not talked about the last time you were here. Well, I don't know what you did to anchor this aspect or champion, whatever it is, any of you. But be very wary of it. There's not much good is going to come from that. Just saying something. I weep for you.
Well, I can't say I was expecting this interaction to be quite so heavy.
I mean, and she's talking directly to Temerity because Auntie Plenty has expressed no interest in conversing with Kanitae, so she's trying to respect that as much as possible. And she just says, I mean, we were into murder victims.
You just
so...
broke. Sorry, you broke up a bit. Try that one more time.
Okay. She just goes, I mean, we were coming here to ask some of the murder victims, so, I mean, was it ever going to be positive?
I don't know. I guess I just wasn't expecting to be at the helm of this. But it's fine. It's fine. It's first time for everything.
We can talk about your eventual wedding plans if you want. You see that she's stroking another thread. Her eyes close.
What do you mean?
It just seems to be the happiest moment I can find for you recently, if that would be a better topic for you.
What would you tell me about them?
They seem to make you happy about them in particular, or I just was asking about sorry. I just saw the last time I saw you happy after this melancholy-filled conversation was during that. Well, there was one other time, but that was... The words hate fucking into my head. Vivid. And she switches threads.
Oh, that was an evening to remember. That is for
Bonnie's like
certain.
awkwardly pulling at her collar, like, I feel like I've just invaded the conversation.
Honestly, I'm glad to know that someone else can appreciate that moment as much as I. Anyway, I suppose I do want to know something. Do you tarry in the future as well as the present and the past?
Past is more my responsibility, but I can do a little of the others.
Okay.
She leans her head down, sort of to like give you permission to speak quieter to her if you wish.
Do you and like I'll speak lower but not like whispering, like Kanitae could hear it and Knifey could hear it. But maybe nobody else. Do you think that my family will like her?
There's a smile before she even checks anything, and it's a weird combination of that's the most innocent question I expected that I'd never expected, and then she does her best to begin threading a bit more needlework, and she says, "You know, Temerity, just because you asked that, I'll make sure it."
Wow.
She does tilt your chin up a bit, though, and looks like you directing the eye and says, "But do remember the promises you both to loved ones and to more. Because words do have a lot more meaning to certain individuals."
Okay.
She seems to not beam, but she's very smiling after that very precious question. You do want her almost like side segment off of the like blanket weave that she's been working on to do a little piece that's a little bit of like a kink out from where like the main area is, so fitting for Temerity, and folds it in towards the blanket and says, "We'll save that one for later."
Well, Ethel was not mincing her words when she explained you as a very interesting person.
I hope to be. From you, that is a compliment. I've seen the type that you get to meet.
I feel so sorry for this elderly woman. The shit she has probably seen.
Someone's got to view it. Why not the gods?
Gods are watching.
Instead of God is watching, it's just Lathander is watching.
Istis is watching.
Leave space for aspects.
It got me like stressed.
Oh, did you
Vincent
think I
made
was
a
just gonna
comment.
be nice to you for forever?
No, especially not the comment you made to me at the convention this weekend. You want to know what Vincent threatened me? Do
I
you
actually
want to
don't
know?
remember.
Can I say?
Sure,
A
I don't
good
remember.
time?
I don't remember what the threat was. I mean, yes, but that was a whole separate.
You said you were gonna ruin the color scheme at my wedding, you motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I did.
Vincent, how dare!
I was like, how personally can I hurt Rach with this? And I was like, color scheme at your wedding.
You know how many colors clash with indigo skin? Do you know? Do you know?
No, not personally.
Too many.
Well then, that's your fault a
Oh,
bit.
so many.
Right?
Too many.
Watch yourself. We've met in person again after 2 years, whatever. I know I can kickflip your ass now.
Probably, yeah, 1,000%. Is there any other questions you, Temerity, would like to ask for you or on behalf of others? Other people are welcome to approach. Connie, you are welcome to try to start a conversation or try to figure something out, but that's up to you.
I mean, honestly, the only thing she wants to know at this point, because she feels like she shouldn't ask a lot of questions because Auntie Plenty has made it clear that she doesn't want to talk much to her. Or at least that's how I interpreted that interaction.
But hasn't made clear on the why.
Then that's what she wants to ask about. So that is the only thing she will ask about, despite there being other quote unquote agenda items to ask about, because she's like, okay, clearly I'm on the shit list and I would like to make up for it, and I'm not gonna ask about anything else. So if anybody else wants to try asking, have at it. But Connie is going to refrain from doing so.
I guess I can try. Asunar steps forwards just to gauge her reaction.
Doesn't seem negative. Neutral-ish, I guess. Roll an insight check. It's a fun way. Let's insight a god. See how this works. Demigod. Aspects are just demigods, right? Like that's.
I think it's your job to tell us that, Vinny.
I guess. Fuck it, they're gods. Full powerful. They'll smite you, smoting you, smitten you.
An 18.
18? Yeah, she's not super. She doesn't hide her expressions a lot. She gives you a small smile as you approach. Doesn't seem to be threatening you with anything. She's not stabbing at you with the needle. So...
All right. I hate that this happens. I'm just wondering if you know anything more on what happened to Rylam? Because she is definitely one of the people who has been quote unquote replaced. But she's also one of the murder victims, according to information that Kanitae got. And nothing seems to be adding up, because we just learned that the mortician has also been replaced with someone else that's using him as a disguise. This whole thing just seems really, really off.
Ryan. closes her eyes, begins to touch the weave and see if she can find something. I need to stop reading the conversation happening on the Twitch. You're welcome to kickflip me anytime, Rich. She begins to look through what she can. Rylan was struck down by something unseen.
That tracks.
But something did see. Two somethings did see this. Little Kenku watched as she fell, and another who shifts forms also took that opportunity. What are you guys saying in the chat? Jesus Christ.
So much.
She seems to have clarity on one of the faces, which is the more obvious one, easier one to find. The biggest problem is, even with Fate, it seems shapeshifters have an advantage on this, where they are hiding from more than just eyesight. And she explains as much. One of the trouble things.
What was being said? I'm just trying to hear this properly. So the shapeshifter that saw is now Rylam?
Correct.
Okay. But that doesn't mean that's the same case for the mortician, Cole.
This is true. There's a uniqueness to changelings. One of the uniquenesses beyond the shapeshifting capabilities. The shapeshifting also hides them from fatal. The part of a Fey deal. Long past.
So could that possibly mean that the person that took Malachi's memory could have been a shape changer?
It's a very different feeling, but it could still mean it's related. One of them, I see a form. For Ryulim Steph, I see an invisible form that killed her. I see the Kenku that didn't know whether or not to protect her. And I see some type of silvery tiefling hiding in the shadows watching.
Tungsten.
Or
whatever their name is.
After that, the form shifts. Whether or not it actually is that individual, not too sure. But
Which form shifted? The invisible form or the silver tiefling?
the tiefling.
Okay.
So then it wasn't. It was someone pretending to be Tungsten.
Yeah. Or Tungsten is a shape changer with the base form of Tungsten.
Puzzles on puzzles on puzzles on puzzles. Anyways.
Nowhere near close solving this.
Nope.
Fuck.
I have the perfect gift for this conversation.
Sweet Jesus.
I'm putting it in the notes now.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect. My baby is coming along so well.
We can hear you, Rach. No.
If you want to see my notes, just reach out. They're beautiful.
Please no. Please don't give public access to that. That allows.
Well, just for viewing, not for typing. Duh. I don't even think you guys can type in my
I've
notes.
changed things on there, so yeah.
You've made suggestions.
I've changed it. Whatever. Either way.
Okay.
Anybody else? Obviously, Connie has a final question. Asunar, any other questions you want to try for?
Yeah, is Cole dead? Because all we know is that who's ever in the mortician's office right now isn't him.
The eyes shut once more, and as they check thread, let's see. His line did stop. Also by an invisible assailant that left 7 holes.
Fuck me. I think Kanitae literally just out loud just goes.
We did not hear that, or at least I didn't hear that. Your mic keeps cutting.
I don't know why. I'm just gonna yell at my microphone. But Connie literally just out loud goes, like, puts her face in her hand and just goes, fuck, not again. That's it.
Yeah, Asunar actually screamed fuck like I just did. Startles whatever other patrons are in the establishment.
Song, I mean, it's outdoors, but yeah, Song in your arms just kind of like jumps a bit and then like scratches at you.
I gently pet and I'm like, all right, I will put you down now. Song is now gone. Oh my god.
As Song begins walking around, Other Plenty just like touches like the top part of the head, scratching Song. You're a fun little one too, aren't you? We enjoy people who actively shape their fates around here.
You want to meet mine? Ta-da!
I'm so sorry. No.
No, he pretends that he doesn't like it, but really, he really enjoys the attention.
Oh, he's a masochist. Alright, cool. Did not need to know that.
When she mentions that Cole is dead, Connie will interject with, because this isn't everybody, and so maybe some social awkwardness, but she'll be like, do you know where he is?
Yes. Morticians.
I know you didn't want me asking a lot of questions, but can I ask you when?
You cut off again.
I know you didn't want me asking a lot of questions, but can you tell me when he died?
What did I mention?
You said he was dead at the mortician's, that's it.
With her checking, I'll say that she can tell you it was after your first meeting.
That long ago?
Not right after it, just somewhere between then and probably a few days ago.
Wait, I just had a little think pickle pop up. Can I say something really quickly?
Go ahead.
Think pickle.
So
Is this
Malachi's.
our 8th victim now, or is this 9?
Okay.
I'll find out.
1 second.
Let Temerity ask the question.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Malachi's memory was modified by an unseen individual. She says that it felt different, but I also wonder if his memory was modified because he witnessed something around the time that he found out that his kids died, and potentially they had to just take that part out because they didn't want to kill him because he wasn't part of their design, because this killer seems to have a really specific idea of what this is going to look like. That's my one push pin in the board. My one this whole campaign. No more. Don't
Very
expect
good.
anything from me.
I have a question for you. Is this a meta question, or is this a you asking?
That would be an in character thing.
Okay.
Antiplenty's got me actually kind of giving a shit about these people.
Okay. Nova, to answer your question really quick, this is now victim number 9. So if we count the body as 1, then it's 8, but whatever. Anyways.
Okay. Well, the killing stopped for how long was it again? Couple weeks?
Did they actually stop, or did we just stop hearing about them? Did they get sneakier? There's a difference.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
But they said the perfect 8.
And he's an Earth Genasi.
And the bodies... The Devati is still 2 bodies, but 1 soul. But... my head hurts. In-game and out-of-game.
That's fair.
Okay.
So back to Temerity's question.
What was the question? Sorry.
Rach, do you want to restate your question?
Oh, just
Oh, that was asked out loud. Sorry, I didn't even think about that. I thought you were just stating that for the class. Say it one more time so I have it in my head one more, so I can properly answer.
So my wonder, my think pickle, is did Malachi witness something around the time that he found out about his kids dying? That this unseen individual, unfate seen individual had to remove from his mind because Malachi, well, killing him wasn't part of the design of this killer who is clearly really intentional with their work.
She looks uncertain when you ask that. It's like, unfortunately, I only have so many threads. I have a limit to what I know around here, unfortunately. That could be the case, but nothing in what I've seen through him shows him seeing something, unless it was something so slight that maybe he wouldn't even know that it was important.
I see. Just to eliminate the possibility that he would blab. What could I ask you what he's been doing in the last couple of days? Anything of note, I would say, because his wife had remarked that he had been missing for a little while. And the nurse at the hospital said that he had been coming into the hospital to volunteer, but then a few days ago he just started coming in and demanding to see his kids and being very brolic.
You say that, and she says, from what I saw, that seems to be the case. For the last couple days, he's been more intense. He yells at the nurses. Doesn't seem like it was all his fault, though, but he just claims the children need their guardian. They need someone there. They need someone to keep an eye on them.
How much have we asked her about Delton?
None at all.
Should we ask her about Delton?
We should, but I thought of one question that I think Connie will ask. She probably has a note paper with all the names on it. If anything, she takes one out and adds his name to it. And she steps up and shows it to Aunta Plenty. And she just says, these are all of the people that we've found that have died. And on each of them was a blossom. And on each blossom was a piece of a message. Part of that message said, expire the pure and scarred to the end all. Pure and scarred might be titles for these people. Does that mean anything to you?
As titles? None that begin with pure or scarred, but plenty of people can be pure, plenty of people can be scarred, plenty of people can be both. Mortal humanoids, immortal humanoids, we're made up of more than one facet, and both of those can be encompassed by the same person. But I don't know of any titles related to that, particularly.
You got cut off, so I don't know if you said we're saying particularly something else or ending at part. Okay. She just kind of nods and says thank you, and then just like steps back to let anybody else ask a question.
Cinn, Ethel, you guys have been very quiet for a while. Has me concerned.
Are you cold, Durs?
Yeah. Mostly Cinn hadn't met Aunta Plenty before, and mysterious magic force is always safer to, play it safe and vibe check from afar.
Mm-hmm.
But no, good questions. She seems to know a lot about things, so yeah, anything we're asking is good because it's more information on Delton or Clyde or Rylam or the Mortician.
Okay. I mean, I asked my kind of generic question that I was mostly looking towards for the victims, so I think I'm good to leave things there for now. Maybe try her or one of the other Aunta Plenties another time.
Don't ask about Delton.
Ask.
Go ahead.
What do you know about Delton? Because, like, he died, he was resurrected, and then he was really angry, I guess. And then he was really stupid, and now he's not stupid. Like, is he going to get angry again? Did someone do that to him? Was this person invisible too?
The eyes kind of drift towards Asunar. Delton, not necessarily a good man, Not necessarily a bad one. I was very angry in a moment, and a grief that one person had passed on to the grief of another person. And then that person died. And someone brought that person back and allowed the rage to consume them.
Was it the person that brought them back that did that to him?
As far as I'm aware from down there, Delton was revived and immediately went on a fighting killing spree. So, unless any other individuals got to him right before, the last person who saw him dead and then alive, or be his healer.
I turned to Asunar. Did you see? Can't hear
Hello?
you. Oh, there you
I
go.
know. I don't know what my mic is doing. I don't remember all. The fight ended, and then I was upstairs.
You passed out?
Not until after I was taken out of my trance, but there's moments here and there that, like, I do remember of the fight, but I remember killing Dalton. I remember killing his brother. But not much more than that.
We have to get down there and find out who revived him. Or who interacted with the bodies before that.
We can certainly try, but we don't seem the most, at least from what I gathered, most magical types aren't very welcomed in the whole body. Like, they kind of prefer we don't be there, but we can try.
Well, seeing as in Cinn's history, if we throw enough coin around and Cinn seems to have the good graces of the leader of them, and my sibling may be low-hanging fruit, but perhaps they could put in a word for us if we are poking around too much.
Right.
I don't like this. You're making me care about these things. These aren't things that I usually care about, and I don't know how I feel about this.
Who's making you care about that?
I don't know. You a little bit. And
Oh, about bringing out your soft side a bit?
I'm not soft.
Yeah, he's well-toned, Hex says.
Okay, but under all that well-toned muscle, there's a little bit of squish. And that's okay to have, Temerity.
You may not be soft, but you sure are squishy.
Well, I'd go down in one hit from you, but that's besides the point.
Did any of you have any more questions? I do have, and you see that there's like a couple other people looking to speak with her. I don't mind answering or speaking a little more, but I want to give everyone their due time.
Connie's going to specifically wait for anyone else to ask their questions and then leave, and then ask her question to Anta Plenty, because it feels a little personal. So...
I think for the time being, I am satisfied with our discussion. It's been lovely meeting you, Anta Plenty, and I will reach out for a handshake like this.
She gives one in return.
And when her hand pulls back, there's glitter in it.
Of course there is.
Got him.
That calling card.
Got him! And then I'll walk away confidently.
She smiles at it and just throws it up.
An icon. We stand.
I will also join Temerity outside.
We're already outside.
It's all outside, guys.
We're all outdoors.
Oh, wait. I'm stupid. I assume we talk to people inside buildings.
No.
But, I follow Temerity.
I don't remember if anybody else was standing
After
there.
thanking her for her time, of course. I'm not rude as hell.
Yeah.
Asunar has manners.
Ethel,
I don't.
Ethel, anything from you?
She's just gonna say thank you and then follow her friends.
Sin?
Sin was far out of the way.
Okay.
So
Double
he'll
checking.
continue eavesdropping
Okay.
through Knifey. So he's just sort of standing around, leaned against a wall somewhere, vibing.
Okay. Song walks away too. So it is just Connie, Knifey, and Alta Plenty.
Yeah, Connie just kind of like leans towards her and just goes, I would just like to apologize if I've offended you in some way. You didn't seem very keen on talking.
I don't like people who take away people's choices. That's not necessarily just me. It might be an influence from what I am now.
Whose choices have I taken away?
Leaving a message incomplete takes away many people's.
Can I like insight check to try to understand what she means?
She taps your forehead for a moment, and you see a note that you wrote, where you left unsigned.
I had pardon me for a second while I look up the note that I wrote because I don't remember the exact wording. Oh my god.
Yeah, have fun finding it in our like 6,000.
Nope, I have it.
Okay.
Scrolling through the Google Doc. Ooh. Okay.
Do.
You took away other people's choices. Took away other fates. And in yourself, essentially took away your own happiness. And that's why you defend me.
Kanitae actually starts crying. So was I supposed to stay? Should I have subjected myself to more heartbreak? She made her choice and I made mine.
Check your DMs on Discord real quick.
Okay. Oh. 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 And here I thought, well. Oh shit. Now I'm really gonna have to go searching.
Yeah.
Fuck. Cause that
Don't know where that is either, by the way. I also I just know one little factoid about it. That's it.
oh shit. And I had it in my notes app. And then I messaged it to you. Okay. 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 Oh, this is gonna drive me crazy. Mm,
Are you able to react in real time without seeing it, or do you need to see it?
the problem is I don't remember what I wrote.
Yep. Fair enough.
This is gonna drive me insane. Oh my god, why did I fucking delete it from my notes app?
The rest of us are already insane, so it's okay. You can play catch up.
That's fair.
You're lucky I'm so good at finding things.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Was it on Facebook? I
No.
feel like I had it on Facebook. No?
Here you go.
Okay, thank you.
Well, what the
Thank
fuck
you.
just happened to Rach? Are you okay? Okay.
Ah, right. Okay, so rewind a little bit. Kanitae does not start crying because it was not the message that I thought it was. And she just looks confused. And she quite literally just goes, I don't understand. How does that take someone's choice away?
We have some hard lessons coming for you, girl. I hope it gets easier. Maybe talk to that one. Points to Ethel. She seems to have it figured out.
All I ever did was be by her side. Is that wrong?
It's not all you do. You... It's corny, I'm sure, when gods say this. You put love into a physical form. And you denied it the most important part, which was the other half. It was yourself. You denied the option of choice. Let yourself have a choice, no one else.
Ani just kind of takes a step back. Processing what she said. And she just says, I suppose that is one way to see it. But I just don't think someone so incredible would choose me. And I don't want to lose what I have.
You denied a choice.
I'm sorry.
I'm not the
And she's
one
gonna
you need
leave.
to apologize to. And you go. Cool.
Oh, it's been a while since I've had this session while crying. This is great.
Cool. Your group begins to set off. I don't know where. Collective.
Probably collective because we gotta meet with Vito tonight. And
Sure. We'll say you guys begin heading off to the collective. It is 10:15. Yeah. We still didn't get through a whole day, guys.
No, we did not. We never will.
All right. We are going to pop off, and then I will double check actually. Any final things?
Wait.
Yeah.
I would like to propose some end of session aftercare because that was really emotionally charged for both us and our viewers. So I think we should all go around and say one thing that brings us back to this table every week before we go.
Oh, this is cute. I like this already.
That's super cute. Can we just make this a weekly ritual?
Of
Oh my god.
Or just like after an emotionally charged session, just
It's something I learned at the convention.
It's very good. Okay, you start. Give us an example.
Okay, I'll start. I really love being able to come to this table and build a story with you guys and exist in this world that Vinny put so much time into and build our characters and just see how like they grow while we also grow together because this is my first time playing with any of you guys and I developed a relationship with all of you because of it and I love that.
Okay, I thought I was gonna stop crying. I think this is gonna make me cry more, but okay.
Good tears is better.
I'm a marshmallow.
Anyone can raise their hand if they have a thing they would like to share.
Oh boy.
Hey.
The king. The king.
But by the way, for people who don't know,
Yeah, for those who don't know,
Anders,
Durs
yeah, like randomly
has a
just
habit of DMing us a bunch of compliments
Yeah.
after every session.
yeah,
and
it just wrote like a love letter to us at the end of last session. It was very cute. I'm very cute. Very
so cute.
excited to
I'm
see what's gonna happen now.
I'm supportive of good
I am
groups.
so squishy.
I definitely have my own strategy and my own style when it comes to gaming and the character choices I make when I'm trying to like min max and trying to get to the plot and do whatever it is that I'm in the mood for at that particular time. But one thing that I I'm really excited about is how diverse this group is. When I come in and I'm like, okay, my character doesn't have any relationships in the past besides, parents, because you got to have that. And everyone else is getting hit with their exes all the time. I'm like, oh man, this is juicy stuff. So getting a chance to see everyone else approaching tabletop RPGs with different directions and going for different takes on their character stories has been really rewarding.
I'm not in charge for this, but does someone else want to tell something out?
I'll go next before I start crying again. Okay, I'm gonna try to call out specific things to each person. Rach, I absolutely live for your creativity with Temerity, and honestly, for everybody, but Temerity especially is iconic, and I love what you bring to the table in terms of a little extra dose of chaos every single week, and it is delightful, and it makes my fucking night every single time.
Thank you.
Corinne, you are so damn clever and so damn inquisitive, and you and I have been friends, so I'm gonna be a little extra mushy because you're just a delightful general and are the sweet, non-corrupted ray of sunshine that I need in my life.
We all need.
Nova, thank you for keeping the himbo energy around. I need it. We need it. It's highly necessary for even if you are playing a bitch.
Listen, sometimes the situation calls for someone to diffuse it, so
Yes.
I have to play the idiot.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, and I love you for it. I appreciate I appreciate the head empty because it is necessary. Down. Durs, bro, what the fuck? I've only known you than a half. You and you're so sweet. You're so fucking sweet.
Your mic is so
Thank God
angry
for
right
subtitles, because we are only
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my microphone is being an evil bitch right now and has decided to violence against me. But Durs, I'm so glad that we added you to this party. Like, I didn't know I needed Cinn in my life until he did. It's so good. So very good. And Vinny, you're going last because I've known you for almost 5 fucking years, you bitch ass mother.
This is where we end the show, guys. No.
I have been one of your players for years now. And it continuously, and I've tweeted about this, it continuously boggles my mind how you've taken details years ago and continued to enter into this world, consistently making me down. And now Corinne gets to suffer with me through it. Thanks, Gentle Folk Saga, for existing.
Shit.
And I am just in awe of your brain because I don't know how should in your head. And also thank you for creating a table where I can be an emotional ass bitch.
We love it. I think more
love
people.
It's so good.
Exactly. More people than not, especially in our community, loves it. There's actually like way too many people on every table that Mel's at now that immediately looks to Mel whenever a name or something is said because we're waiting for it. We're waiting for the reaction. I can't look at Mel when I'm talking anymore because
I make such bad
faces.
But it's not just about the freakouts. It's also like allowing me to cry at the table and trust me to know to like be aware of my emotional responses, because there are some tables where getting that into the role play where you really feel emotions is not really welcomed. People get, it makes people uncomfortable. So I appreciate having a space to be an emotional bitch. Thanks.
It's great. I think D&D is a huge asset because it allows you like a sandbox to dry test hard emotions and hard situations. Like, we're dealing with infanticide, like, and we're dealing with all of this stuff going on, and it's stuff that is a million times harder in real life. But in these situations, we can practice having those conversations, talking with your ex who hates your ass, like all these situations that you could potentially go through in your real life. It's super cool. And I'm glad that you feel that way because, I always want to be part of a table where anybody can feel free to express themselves and feel safe doing so.
Related to that, and I will let someone else go, but related to both of the points you guys just make, is that I do like having I like specifically having the community where we get to be more in touch with that stuff. And I do just want to say, as much as I love that, I understand the people who sometimes want D&D for either just the hack and slash or to dip out of the real world for a while. Your method is also valid. We need the emotional release. All of us, we just need the emotional release. D&D is great for that. So, but
a lot of pent-up catharsis.
yeah, I was basically just gonna be like, I want to let you guys know, you people who use D&D to blank out of the real world and real world issues, you're real. I get you. I 100% understand that. We unfortunately just collide with them more often
We are
than
not those bitches.
I can go unless either, I was gonna say Ethel, Corinne, or Nova want to say something.
Ethel's still kind of correct.
Oh boy.
It doesn't have to be a big thing. You can just say a small thing. We don't have to get dramatic like Mel.
I'm sorry. Have we learned nothing about me?
I honestly look forward to this every week. It's just a great place to escape my own problems and deal with fictional problems that sometimes I could just punch my way out of them because I always play a barbarian in one way, shape, or form.
We love that about you.
Thank you. I'm a very violent person, but sadly, in reality, I can't do shit about it. But oh my god. I just love this community. I'm so grateful that I met Vinny and I can be a part of this community because before Vinny, I never touched D&D before. It's something I always wanted to play, something I always wanted to try to play because it seemed really cool, but all my plans always fell through, and I've met so many amazing people that I can truly call them some of my best friends now. Like, these people in this community have seen some unpretty sides of me and they don't judge me more for it. Like, I'm sorry.
Nova.
This is great.
I appreciate you all so much. Like,
we love you, buddy.
Especially the last couple months have been really hard for me, and you guys are just there for me.
Oh yeah,
We love you, homie.
that's what the community is supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm almost out of water.
Yeah,
Not allowed to cry anymore because I'm gonna be out of water soon.
Sorry, I brought up the tears again.
Redeeming a hydrate. Everyone has to hydrate.
Yep, that seems correct.
Does bang count? I'm out of water too.
I will take anything.
A liquid.
Yeah.
It's just hydrate. It doesn't say water.
I'm gonna make one that says
We can
hydrate.
have a debate about this later,
water.
but
Yeah.
Water drake.
Oh my
god. Yeah, I do have things to say. I come back to D&D as a whole because I love it. I started out playing hack and slash, but I really love the emotional catharsis we have in these games, as we were mentioning before. It's very nice. And I would like to second what Nova said about even though these are real problems that we're dealing with, even though these are real things you could deal with, they're still the fantasy version of them. And that is very nice to separate from the reality versions of them and play around in the fantasy versions of them and get to either figure out what you would want to do in real life or, you know, have a totally different reaction to how you would in real life and see how that would play out. I come back to this table specifically because of the people. Because in both groups that I've played with, the people are phenomenal and they are supportive and you guys are just the best. And also you're indulgent of like my weird ideas and or like Mel and I can go off on theories all day for anything that we're in together.
We definitely did not just DM me with the theory at all. No,
I
no.
definitely did not just do that like 10 or 15 minutes ago.
Stop.
What?
What?
Uh, and so I keep coming back here because not only is it a fun and inclusive and wonderful place to play, but also the people are fun and inclusive and wonderful.
Now, do we feel any better?
I want to cry again.
Yeah, I think Vinny,
but it's different crying.
It's different crying. Different crying.
Better crying. Does Vinny have words? Because he kind of mentioned that he might.
I'll say things. I'm a DM. I can always just say things. It's fine.
Hide under my notebook.
As a general comment, I am always in pain physically in life. It's just chronic issues where I always hurt. The only time, and I think I told Mel this, that I really don't hurt is when I'm playing D&D, because my whole mind is in this and this world and the characters and the stuff that I'm out of my body for a little bit, and nothing is better than not being in this really, really mismatched meat sack that definitely has an expired warranty and definitely didn't get all its parts replaced at the right time, and it's really, really annoying. So I enjoy all the groups in general. I love D&D. Besides like 1 or 2 days, I've almost never had a day in D&D where I've been in enough pain that I couldn't play. I'm always so in this that it's just so nice to be in that world. Individually, I come back to this table because I have a fucking story to tell, and I'm gonna get to the end of it no matter what the hell I have to do. No
matter how we fight you for
bastard.
Look, I will
detract from the plot.
look. I don't. I will tell this story. I've been going too long now. But no. I come back to this table because basically a bunch of people that I love, and I knew I would love them whether or not it's been years. Nova, I love you. I've loved you for forever. You're just one of my favorite people. You're literally like, when you smile, it makes me smile. I love seeing you smile and have a good time. Mel, I love just putting any emotion on your face. It's just the best time ever. It's the years you're like, you said this jokingly once about Bliss and son Zabe, and you're like,
Yeah.
I think they're like brother and sister now, and I feel that about you a lot of the time with D&D stuff. It's just you're such a good partner in crime for everything D&D related. You put up with the horrible pickle thinks that we have. Think pickles? What are they
Stop
fucking
being
called?
nice to me. I'm gonna have to like hug you to death. Jesus fuck. This is not this is unusual.
Durs, I knew you were going to be great because I already knew you in person in real life, and from like the 10 interactions we've had in person, I was like, this person's energy is something we need, and I'm so happy Natalie recommended to you because I didn't think of you at the time, and it was a mistake to not to, and I'm very happy Natalie rectified that, because your energy in general makes real life great, and your energy in D&D makes it great. Corinne, I now love you too. It's been very great having you in my life. I'm very happy to have you in general for the last year and a half, 2 years.
Something like that.
You have a very particular mind that I enjoy, of the way you think things out, and it's very fun. It always feels like in the end, not in the end just you, I always feel like me and you are having a virtual chess match between your players and my villains, and it's always very fun. The problem is you're playing against pieces you never know, but it's fun watching you always trying your best to get your way through it, and you always kill it. Rach, I knew you played D&D. I knew you were a D&D nerd. I was very much hoping For a while, I wanted to get you at a table or get into a group or get you into a one shot, and then I randomly was like, "Fuck it, I need one more player. I need someone who seems to be a comfortable person and a good time. This person likes Critical Role. Let's fingers crossed. Let's hope." And you've had amazing energy, and it's fun just having like anytime I want to have a conversation with you, unless you're fucking passed out. I know I can always just message you, not about D&D stuff because you're not allowed to know my secret plans, but it's fun having you to talk real life bullshit with related to just like real life issues. And then come in here and then be like, all right, we're gonna be mean to each other, but also it's gonna be like weird flirting either as characters or you. No, it wasn't you. That was Nova who said "stab me, daddy," and then just made all of us cringe inwardly. That one time, I will never forget the "stab me, daddy" quote. By the way, so thank you for that. But yeah,
Is it bad that I have no memory of saying that?
It's
Or
clipped.
what we were
The
talking
clip
about?
exists.
It's fucking clipped. I will post it on TikTok.
Okay, I have no memory.
You all have great energy, you all have very different energy, and it doesn't always work well, but sometimes when you mix the right colors, you get something that's not just
brown.
Blah. Yeah.
Like that murky, like sad brown.
Yeah, you can get actual pretty colors out of it. So
Yeah.
I am very happy with this
You
table.
can get terracotta.
I hope it's purple.
Yes.
Same.
We make purple.
Specifically lavender, because that's the gay color.
Why is that the gay color?
Lavender, well, specifically for lesbians, lavender is the flower that means, like, lesbian love.
I mean, we don't have any lesbians here. Let's no. Lesbians in my D&D?
Let's go, lesbians!
It's funnier because we have a quote from our Critical Role CMV where we actually got to do the "let's kill lesbians" thing. Cool. Thank you for recommending this, Rach. This is a good idea for when we have things.
Good.
If you get other
Yay.
prompts from from all your random panels that you see, please bring them in. We love prompts.
That was
Can
a
I ask
lovely
you-
decompression from all the hard things that we just did.
I'm no longer sad crying. I am now happy crying.
Yeah.
Good cries.
Can we shout out / can I ask you who gave you that talking point? Like you said you attended a panel, so who was it?
Yeah, so
Good idea.
the talking point, it was from, oh my god, where did I put my stack of business cards? The group is called Mondo Publishing. They write D&D books and stuff. D&D modules. One of the guys in the group is Rick Hines. He writes fantasy novels and D&D modules, including the Red Opera, which is a really cool Warlock
book.
centered module. It's thick as hell. Just think of Curse of Strahd but better. Really cool stuff. But they recommended, I went to their panels called How to Traumatize Your Player Characters, Not Your Players. How to Run a Horror TTRPG.
I weirdly missed that one on purpose.
Are you sure you weren't giving that one, Vinny?
Yeah, I was about to say.
I feel like I seep over to players too much, unfortunately. I need a little more practice.
And they said one of their huge things is session aftercare. And that was something that I totally noticed like tends to go out the window. Like, you know,
I do like
session's over,
personal
we're
aftercare.
going, you know, but at
I
the end
usually-
of the day, you gotta.
Yeah.
You know, I like to.
I still love you.
I like to, if I can possibly make people like sit a bit and ask questions, comments, concerns when there's time. Light Arc, we do seem to like eat off a little quicker, but like with Gentlefolk, I try to be like, hey, anything specifically about this session or anything that you want to go over and stuff. We don't always have time for it, and sometimes people leave beforehand, but I might start doing that now with this, and also now we have this as an option for when we have some heavy sessions, because I'm gonna let you guys know this isn't gonna be the last one.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is
It
gonna
doesn't
get
suddenly
worse.
get better from here
Yeah.
immediately.
Nope. Okay.
Well, thank
love
you,
guys.
thank you, Rick Hines / the Mondo Group, I think you said it was.
Mondo Publishing.
Mondo
Yeah.
Publishing for that suggestion. None of them are sponsored, but we appreciate you. I will now at least say the couple of things that are sponsored, which is check out our stream store, where Mel up here has made a bunch of awesome merch. go check out Fun Texas Choice because we love helping out other communities who have no other way to do it but through the additional funding and means that we can provide. And check out Jim Hammer if you want to purchase some awesome stuff for yourself, but then also give us a small kickback. I don't even know what we get. We get a kickback of some sort. Please give us your pennies. We need it. But otherwise, thank you very much, guys. Stay safe, stay respectful, and we'll see you guys next time.